All right, here we go. All right, race 13, the Black Eyed Susan Friday. I'm sure a lot of us are going to do that double, so let's start this double off. I guess we'll go one by one. Janine Marie, anybody like this horse? I don't.
I
if
do.
anybody does, speak up. Who does?
Sounded like Bobby.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
Bobby didn't pay for the internet this month.
I'm sorry. I went to go get a drink of water.
You like this Janine Marie?
Yes.
Yeah, I like her a little bit too.
Big step up.
She's got speed. I like the jockey trainer combo. Of course, has a lot of potential.
Parks and Laurel.
If it rains, it's speed it's a spice town with a win on the slop. That's what I like about her.
I like that Sanchez is on her, and I like the trainer.
All right. Anybody else?
I think she's interesting. I mean, you get the third off the layoff, constant improvement. Like Bobby said, jockey trainer combo is good. I don't have my percentages in front of me, but my trouble with her as far as using her up front is I feel like on the rail she's got to go, and she's just going to have speed coming from that 7-8, outside, and I just don't think she's fast enough to get to the front. And so I kind of feel like she's going to end up getting stuck on the rail, like second or third, and I just don't know if she's going to be able to run from the pocket. I think she'd be okay setting off the pace outside, but I don't know if she's ever she's never been able to take that rail ride, that Mystic Dan, that Calvin Burrell, type ride, and I think that's how she would have to get it.
Well, she's going to have to gun it.
Yeah, and she's never really went that fast, and she's a Pennsylvania bred as well. Hard pass for me, but if you guys like her, I mean, I respect it. I mean,
I don't necessarily like her to win, but I definitely think that she's somebody to put in your exotics. Absolutely, especially at that price.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a. I hate to say it. This is like a nothing field. I looked at this like 5 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst Black Eyed Susan I've seen in 10 years.
That too.
I was like, damn, this race is terrible.
What do we think about the number 2 with Katie Davis, Ringy Dingy? Anybody like this one?
My Katie.
Katie, who could beat all our asses.
Well, she beat mine today at the end of the aqueduct last race. She nipped me solid.
Oh my god, you guys didn't have that exacta?
I did have the exact. I reversed it.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
That was an angle of the whole field was so bad. You go with the firster.
But my 8 was in the lead by 3 lanes, and she pinned me at the wire. Oh,
like I like the 8. Not that I like Caramouche, but I like the 8, and I thought the 8 had a huge shot to win. But when I looked at the 6, and not just because I like Katie Davis, it's just when I looked at first time starter, had good workouts, and then I looked at the Dam, and the Dam had like 8 winners out of like 8 foals, and 4 or 5 were first time starters that won, right in the first race. And I'm like, oh my god, you got to use. I mean, everybody's like, going with the horses that have experience, but I'm like, you gotta use this horse somewhere. You gotta throw her in a box or something. I'm like, this horse could run huge.
And she did.
Are we using this Katie Davis horse?
This one's a little tough to get to.
Not me, no.
Ran a mile in 140 last year. Hasn't ran since December. Who knows? I mean, she could be a lot better than she was last year. But
she'd have to be a lot better.
Sometimes they move up a lot from 2 to 3.
Well, she does have, she's got just as much class as everybody else. I mean, her
She
numbers are a little low, but
yeah, but those are 2-year-old numbers, though.
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know,
those are deflated. She ran 6.5 and 172.
if you kind of throw that last race out, she was like 6 wide the whole way, and
well, you have to throw the last race out because it followed a 6-month layoff. So something obviously happened. They're not going to keep this horse on the shelf for nothing,
right? Yeah.
So I don't know. The more I look at this,
she had a horrific trip in that last race. So I don't know what happened there.
Hey, Gilbert's here.
Yeah, Gilly! Hey,
Gilberto. I was just looking at this too, Gilbert, thinking this too might have a shot. Ran 2 impressive races, and it's 2 wins, and then followed with a. And if you know what, Bobby, if you think this field sucks, the 2 can win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's a really heavy standout in this race at all. I mean, they're all kind of pretty even. I mean, really, the only horse I really, really like is the 6.
And then we got the 3, Lemon Muffin, who Bobby picked at 28-1 3 shows ago. And what do you think? Well, since you've had this horse at 28-1, what do you think about it today, Bobby?
Well, in comparison to the field, definitely a must-use. I mean, the last 2 races have been disappointing, but look at the 2 fields that she was in. So definitely, this is even though it's a G2 race, it's a huge class relief for her.
Yeah, no Torpedo Anna in this
race. There's no just
no.
FYI. There's no any of these other horses in here.
She, Dwayne Lucas, 58 breezing. What I kind of find interesting on Lemon Muffin, I'm not saying I like Lemon Muffin, but it's interesting that Pratt gets aboard, isn't it? That's kind of an interesting move.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's that all about? Pratt will give it a tactical ride, no doubt.
Definitely an upgrade from Asmussen.
Major upgrade.
He killed me all day today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had a rough Georgia.
Oh, my God, Gabe. If you would have seen my post an hour early at Churchill, oh, man, you would have smacked that friggin' stupid double that you played.
Oh, the 4?
Oh, my God. I had the 2, the double where you had the 1 and the 4. Yeah.
The 1 and the 7. Yeah, I had that 7 too.
I love the 2. I love both 1s back to in those races. I
love
the
1 won it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that 1.
7, man. I thought that 7 was
that 1 horse had huge. Like, if you just take away the last 2 races, like, the horse had huge back class. The horse absolutely loves friggin' Churchill. Had the fastest time and the best record and the fastest speed figure and the fastest time at Churchill compared to everybody else. I'm like, oh my God, this horse is 15-1. He's got the bug on him. He's getting a 10-pound weight allowance. Holy shit, this horse is a home run. I thought.
The race that really pissed me off, guys, was that turf sprint where they scratched the lone speed at the wire. And then the other lone speed gets to go out 27 to 1. And, oh, my God. I knew it, too, but it was too late. I was at the OTB, and I'm like, because somebody asked me, who's the speed?
Was that the one that the 2 got scratched?
Yeah, the 2 get scratched at the wire.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me 5 minutes before the race, who's going to the lead? And I go, it's 2 and 4. They're the only speed.
Yeah,
and that 2 get scratched, so that left the 4 as the only speed. Oh,
that was the only race I blew in the late pick 5 because everybody knows Matt Foster, right? So he lives in Ireland, in Scotland, over in the UK, and over there when how I don't sports bet, but we don't have the capability yet. Over there in Europe, they're betting things that they use 365 betting wager platform, but It's totally different out there. So you could do parlays with horses. You could do different tracks, different races, whatever you want, like you do with sports. You could do like a 5-horse parlay teaser, and do like a horse from, you can't do 2 horses in one race, but you could do multiple races. So you could pick and choose your races. You could do 5-horse parlay with 5 different tracks, whatever. And then based on the odds, however you play it, either they all have to win, or you could do it to come in first and second, or first, second, and third, and it gives you the odds. So like I did I gave him a 5-horse parlay to play for me. It was $1, and all as long as any of the horses come in third or better, for $1, it was paying $218 with a 5-horse parlay. That was the only. I had the 5 in that race. That was the only race I missed out of the fucking 5 races.
Oh, the horse from Santa Anita?
Huh?
The horse from Santa Anita?
I think it was the 5-horse. I don't remember.
Yeah, I like that. That was my long shot.
Yeah, I really like that horse today, and he didn't really. The horse broke bad, and he kind of like ran up on it, but I think he wound up 7th the race. He didn't really do anything.
He ran 5th.
Or 5th.
And they called an inquiry on the 8 who went out in front of him. Well, nonetheless, let's get back. Does anybody like Lemon Muffin on top? Is anybody betting Lemon Muffin?
Not on top. Not on top.
I could put her there. I mean, again, the field's not that strong. She's won. She won without Lasix. I don't like the running style with this field, but it's not much better in here.
I don't know. This is my thought on Lemon Muffin. When fillies go bad, sometimes they go bad.
That's true too.
So I'm a little worried about her being bad.
It's like
Pratt on it is the only positive I see on it. I don't know if this horse.
Yeah, but I think in this particular field, I think Pratt is going to have her a little bit more forwardly placed than she was in the last 2 races. The last 2 races she was up against it, there was just way too much speed. Like me and Chuck were like, she's going to have to, come from out of it to freaking try to close on the field. In that last race, there was no way. There was so much speed in that race that there was no way she was going to be able to get position that she usually gets. So like if you just throw that race, I think she'll get more with her getting the 3-hole and Pratt on her. She has a little bit of early speed, so I think she has enough to, she might lay 3rd. I'm thinking she's probably going to lay 3rd. That's where I got her.
All right, what do we think of number 4? Call Another Play. This horse is a horse that any of us could have purchased this filly for $40,000 just a few 3 months ago, and she's very hot right now. When fillies get going, they could keep going for a while.
Definitely got to use this one. Jaime Rodriguez won without Lasix, 3 in a row, 3 dominant wins. Like, yeah, how can you not use it?
And
especially it's a home track.
She beat Gina Marie, and then look at that cruised up 3 wide, dueled. Before that, steadied and still won by 6.5. And prior to that, won by 4.5 against Claiming. So she's going up the ladder. Is this I guess Michael Trombetta agrees with both Bobby's and Joey that this field's not much, and he could maybe sneak a win here.
Yeah.
It is the local horse. I always think local horses are dangerous. You guys
local horse is the local best jockey.
Yeah, these local horses. How many times have we seen a local horse perform well? Even stepping up in class against a good field.
Yeah.
So this horse, okay, and where are we seeing this horse? Probably going to be a stalker, right? Probably laying 3rd or 4th.
Yeah. I mean, he runs the same race the last 3. No reason to change that up.
Within 3 lengths, I would think.
Okay. And then we see Muffin being a little closer, and we see the 2-horse, the 1 maybe showing some speed. Here, somebody's coming in. Let me Wait, what race was that? Oh yeah. All right, let me get them in. We got some people waiting to get in.
Isn't
Dana,
Rodriguez the leading rider there?
Hey,
in
Dana.
Maryland?
All right. Yeah, Rodriguez, 28% at this track.
Yeah.
It's an interesting horse, and I like hot fillies, so this is definitely a horse to consider.
Who doesn't like a hot filly?
Who doesn't like a hot filly, right? Exactly. Okay, now this is my concern on this horse. Gun Song, Gun Runner. It seems like every gun runner is a good one. I mean, what a stallion, right? Now it's going to be raining, right?
Not
Yeah.
Friday.
I think so. I think.
Oh no, Friday's good.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, Friday's good. Last I seen.
Oh, that's good. So Saturday is going to be the day it rains.
Correct. Like 65% chance is what I see it like.
Oh,
The early
good.
races have a chance to be muddy. It may dry out by the time we get to the Preakness at 7.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought, boy, it just seems like it's been raining everywhere, other than California and Florida.
No, it poured in Florida today.
Raining in Florida. It's been raining
yeah.
every day here. We just
I
had a
think it's the
monsoon.
first day we got
I
rain.
ago. We just
I haven't seen rain in probably a month.
we just had a monsoon like 2 days ago.
That's because of you, Bobby.
I know.
Now, number 5, Gun Song. Johnny V, Mark Henning, who's having a really rough year, by the way.
He is.
God, he's almost a throwout on everything. He's only hitting 8%. That's real bad. What do we think about this horse? He ran very impressive 2 races back. Had some trouble last out without Lasix.
I think it's probably.
Seems to run its best races with Lasix.
I think Gunsong ends up being
Yeah.
your favorite. I think that where this horse goes off is your favorite. I don't think you're going to be 9-2. I think you're going to see about 3-1 here. On the numbers on the times, I think. I mean that's why I think you'll see this horse go off. I just don't. As we go down this list, I think we're going to go back and look and realize there's a lot of horses that want to be on the lead or stalk, which I think is going to set up for the 6. So I really like Gunsong. I just don't like how the race is going to set up for her.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. That's why I love. Why I love the 6. Also.
Any other thoughts on this horse? Anyone? Joey's quiet. What are you doing over there, Joey?
I'm listening right now.
Oh, you're just listening. Okay, with one hand.
I'm taking info. I'll talk soon.
All right. If you get a thought, don't be shy.
Yeah.
You Canadians are shy sometimes.
Once you get to the 6, we'll start talking.
Oh, okay. Ooh, see? I like Joey, man. Joey's been my friend for a long time. I love this guy.
Yeah, we're cool. You guys are great.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Love you guys.
Yeah, Joe's a good dude.
Yeah, Joey's a really good dude. Good handicapper too.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot.
Hey,
lately.
if anybody listens, seriously, Joey posts little. He doesn't even start threads, but he'll post his picks on the best bet or in other threads. And when he posts, listen, he's one guy I would follow blindly, and I don't follow many people blindly, but I'd follow Joey because he knows what he's doing. Now, talking about Joey knowing what he's doing.
We're all good here. We're all great here, and I really respect you guys, and that's why I'm on tonight. So,
Thank you. We appreciate you. Even Chuck's good too.
well, everybody's good.
Even Chuck though.
Hey, where's your buddy there? What's his name there?
Ooh, Corey?
Yeah, the dog. Yeah.
Oh no, he wouldn't go on this.
Oh no.
Oh, he's always working. He's doing games. He's an announcer for high school.
Yeah, I know.
Games.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
I always see him with you. That's why. So.
on Sundays at the track. Just only on Sundays. But
Okay.
or maybe days where he doesn't work, which is rare. But he's a workaholic. He needs his real money because he can't rely on track money. That's his words. But Joey, tell me why you like the 6.
Exactly what they said. If it's going to heat up front,
Oh yeah,
you saw horses come from behind at Pimlico, right?
They did all day
absolutely.
today.
I mean, Pimlico is pretty, can be pretty speed favoring, but it's like it can be fair too. Best horse,
Yeah.
best closer. If it's really heavy speed up front, and the closer just picks everybody up. I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. But I think Joey's right. There's so much speed in this race that it's gonna. I mean, he's really
Bobby,
he's really the pure closer out of the whole field, and
Bobby, my analysis is this one horse has to get out to have any chance. Right?
yeah, the one's got to go.
If he doesn't go, this game's over. So if we all think the one's going to go, then we're going to get a real good, quick race.
I would, Joey. I love the 6. Do you think we get anywhere near 6 to 1 on them?
Oh,
No, you're not
I
going to
don't
get
know what we're
anywhere
going to
near
get.
6. So you're probably lucky if you get 3 to 1 on that horse.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to look around 4 or 5 to 1, I think. And we're
Yeah,
lucky.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Joey. I think you're going to get closer to 5 to 1. People are going to look. People like to bet the ones. They look over there and see a 4th, a 5th, a 2nd. They don't see the ones, and especially a closer where they can't look through and see where the horse was even in the lead. I think we'll end up getting 5 to 1 on the 6 horse.
And I'm going to be ahead of you guys. I think Johnny's going to be 2 to 1.
Yeah, he'll be the favorite.
Yeah, I think you'll go down to 2 to 1 because you guys said 3 to 1. I think you'll take more money than that. I think you'll attract some.
Yeah, you don't think the 7's going to be the favorite?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll attract these people for sure. You'll attract the little betters, Johnny V and all this, and yeah, Black Eye Susan. I believe you'll be close to 2 to 1.
I think the morning line on the 7 is awful.
And 5 to 2.
Yeah, I don't think the 7 will be anywhere near 5 to 2. It'll be like 9 to 2.
Yeah.
All he did is break his maiden over here. Now I know there were 13 lengths in front of the 3rd horse, but still it was 138. It was all right. I remember the race well. Then ran in not a very good Santa Anita Oaks ensemble.
Yeah, Lasix too.
Yeah, it was, and without Lasix, and now asking to go back east. I don't know. I don't, and I think this horse is probably going to get it. He's going to try to be close to the lead too, and I think that's going to hurt this horse. I think there might be too many horses on the lead here.
Gabe, do you know when the trainer change happened?
On who?
The 7.
Is there a trainer change?
Went from Herrera to Yurton, right? Am I missing something there? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at something. I'm trying to look at 2 things in one. My bad. Forget about it.
No, it was the jockey Herrera, who I'm very, I'm very, very close friends with his agent. So if you guys need to know anything about Herrera, just let me know.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm very, very close friends. We text almost every day.
I meant jockey change. Why there was a jockey change, not a trainer.
Well, I'm sure Herrera probably didn't want to go back east, or maybe they were like, "Hey, let's get one of these East Coast guys on this horse." But I could find out. Actually, while we're on the phone, I'm going to text him, and he'll probably answer me within the next 3 minutes. So
that's cool.
No, seriously, that's a good question. Why didn't Herrera make the trip? I mean, I'm just going to assume Herrera or Peter Urton wanted a East Coast jockey, but we'll see.
I don't think against Herrera. He's not Tyler Gaffleone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, if you get Tyler,
I just thought Herrera was one that came to the East Coast. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person, but I thought he was one that rode out west and came to the East Coast to ride. I thought it was fairly often, but I guess I could be wrong.
No, you're thinking of a different Herrera. Diego Herrera is an 18-year-old who grew up in Southern California his whole life. He's a very smart young man, and he also rode at Los Alamitos too. He was doing the night and the day shift. He used
He's
to
a
have
kid.
another agent who was also my friend, Derek Lawson, who is the former agent of Flavian Pratt as well.
All right.
Let's
Yeah, I
see.
must be. I think I was thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 Herreras out there.
He's 18, Gabe.
Let's see. Yeah. I'm doing a text. What do we think of the 7? Does anybody like the 7? Because I don't, but if you guys do, I mean, maybe I'm missing
I don't
something.
I don't like him that much.
I'm gonna toss him.
Are you throwing him out, Bobby?
I mean, I wouldn't throw him out. I mean, I would put him underneath somewhere, but like, you know, I mean, my 2 top picks are the 6 and the 8 in this race. I mean, those are the 2 horses that I like the best.
Okay, I sent the text. Let's see if he gets back. Now,
I think the 7 has the biggest chance for improvement. I mean, and I kind of like in this spot. I like a lightly raced horse because I don't have a heavy opinion. Like the only reason I fall back on the 6 is because of how much speed I see in the race. I
That's
like
it.
the 8. I like the 8,
Yeah.
but I don't like that the 8, is gonna want to be up on the lead. So I guess when I look at the 7, I'm not in love with the 7, but I see a horse that has the best chance to move forward. I mean, I like T-Gaff. I'm a big T-Gaff guy. So a lightly raced horse could make a move forward. You know, I like the West Coast horses coming to Pimlico because of the tight turns. I can see it. I mean, it's behind the 6 as far as a horse that's going to be up on the lead. Or, I think the 7's going to be like 3rd or 4th. He's going to be trying to stalk, and I think he has a good chance to stalk from the outside spot. I think the 7 is the most logical winner behind the 6. That's for me.
wow, 6 and 7. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to look at Thoroughgraph because Thoroughgraph was a major part of my handicapping during the last meeting, and it helped me pick, Mystic Dan and Torpedo Anna. So I'm going to look at Thoroughgraph right
I
here.
wish
also.
I knew you were on Mystic Dan that day. I just wish I knew.
I posted it. I said my long
I didn't
shots were
see it.
Mystic Dan.
Damn it. I didn't see it.
I mean, Mystic
You
Dan
knew
had
how high
good
I was on Sierra Leone. So,
Hey, Sierra Leone ran big. Sierra Leone's the best 3-year-old. I don't think there's any doubt about Sierra Leone being the best
I
3-year-old.
bet him across the board pretty heavy. And I would have loved to have the 3 there for the exact. And it was, I don't.
Oh my God,
That's
I'm still sick about that pick
Yeah.
5. I want to throw up.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I was crying for you. Oh, that's it. That's unbelievable.
Like like an hour ago, I was on the phone with Corey and we were just talking about it. And like I said, all morning because Kentucky Derby Day is my day. If I tried so hard to get into that tournament that Brett Wiener was in, and a friend of mine was going to stake me, but it was too late to get in, and it was too much money to send at one time and everything like that. Me and him would have walked out of there with fucking 60 grand. I had the winner, even in that stupid little horseshoe fucking contest that we were in for this whole season. I had the winner in every race in my horseshoe tournament, 11 out of the 14 races, and 2 were off the board, and everybody else was, and I had a second. And I was trying to call Corey all morning because we put our ticket together Friday night, and we settled on the horses that we settled, but we didn't finalize it. And I was trying to call him all morning, and if I would have knew that he was going to put the 17 on the fucking ticket, I don't talk anybody off horses. You want to put the 17, that's your business, whatever.
That's it.
But
me and you were completely
we had,
17.
he had my 2, he had my 4, he had my 7, he had my 11, and he puts the 17 in there. If we would have talked, I just needed 2 minutes just to talk him off that horse. We would have had the 3 in there, because I'm like, how do you not? I didn't care for the 3, but you guys did, and that was awesome of you guys. You guys saw something that
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see, but you got the dream trip, and he did what you do with the dream trip. But with Corey, I was like, oh my God, how do you not have this 3 on your ticket? That is your trainer, your favorite trainer, and your favorite jockey. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I called him like 10 times that morning to try to get in touch with him to find out, who we were going, who the final ticket was going to be. And that was we had the perfect ticket. That was the only horse that I would have went through hell and high water to get him. I would absolutely told him, leave the 17 off and put the 3 in there. And if the 3 doesn't do anything, fuck it. I'd rather lose. But throw the 17 off. I'd rather have the 3 on there.
All right, that's 4 fucks, Bobby. You have 26 left.
Yeah, that's it. Oh shit. No, but it's a heartbreaking day, because I was like, wow, man, we could have been champions.
Okay.
Hey, Joey, what's your breakdown of the 7? I'm interested to hear it.
My breakdown of the 7. He's going to have to get out, right?
Yeah.
Or is he going to be 3-4 wide in the turn? Or is he going to tuck in? Or is he going to take the lead?
He's going to be, I think he ends up being wide.
He's going to end up being wide, right?
Well,
Is that it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, Chuck.
Come on.
I checked Thoroughgraph. Thoroughgraph likes the 7 a lot.
Yeah.
He ran 6s in his last 2 races.
Huh.
Now, the best Thoroughgraph number in this race is the 5. 2 races back and 3 races back, he's been running 5s.
Yeah.
So I think we should expect the 5 to get bet down.
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, the 5 and the 7, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The 5 and the 7, and probably the 8 is going to get bet down too.
If you look at Thoroughgraph numbers, it pretty much has 5 and 7 as the major contenders.
What's the pattern on the 6 from the Thoroughgraph?
The 6 is who could ask for more, right?
Yeah.
13, 12, 12. Pretty bad.
12. Really? Okay.
He's been running 12s and 13s,
Really?
while the 5 has been running 5s, and the 7's been running 6s.
What's the 4?
And the 4 is another bad one too. The 4 is a good one. The 4's been running 8.
look good.
The 4's been running 8s. 11,
How?
8, 8.
How is that possible?
Lemon Muffin, 11 and 9. Ringy Dingy, 11 and 15, and the 1 is
The 6
terrible.
is coming
Oh, no.
out of way
1 is 9
flashier
and
races
10.
than the 4. How could Thoroughgraph give the 4 better numbers than the 6?
I mean, you're going to have to ask them.
You see any G1s and G2s in the 4's friggin' bylines? No.
No. I don't know. I don't know
That's
why the
weird.
6 is so bad on the Thoroughgraph. I mean, 12s and 13s. I mean, that they have this horse not even hitting the board.
Really?
It's interesting. This is where you really look at Thoroughgraph and say, it's something you can't depend on, but it's definitely a good guide.
Oh yeah, but no, ever since you taught me how to read it, and the elliptical thing,
So I'm thinking
the optics, whatever it is,
Yeah.
now once you learn how to read it and everything like that, yeah, it's really good. It's good, and it's just like any other tool. Sometimes it helps you, and sometimes it hurts you.
And let me
You
just
just got to
mention
make the best judgment you possibly can.
Let me mention one thing, because we do have a lot of newbies and a lot of people that are up for advice and so forth. Let me just say, the smartest people I know at the track, the people that actually win, which is not a lot, but I know a few people who actually win at the track and online and so forth. They tell me not to look at too many things. Stick to one thing that you really like, and then, because if you do, then you're gonna be all over the place, and you're gonna pick too many horses.
Right.
So just try to stick to one thing. I know Brett does that. I know a man by the name of Brian Carney who does that. So, try to stick to one thing, because sometimes when you're looking at 5 or 6 different things, you get confused and you start liking every horse in the race. And, just try to stick to what works for you. Find out what works for you and stick to it. Now, with that being said, does anybody like the 8 horse Recharge?
I do.
He's in my box.
He's in your box.
Yep, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Okay. I think we could forgive the fantasy. Doesn't it seem like a lot of horses didn't run good in that fantasy? Maybe there's something about that. It was a closer's bias that day, and he was a speed horse. So I'm thinking.
But the best speed horse won the race that day.
Yeah,
it just.
That just shows you how good Torpedo Anna is. Overcome the bias.
That horse is a monster.
Yeah, she's the best.
Beast.
She's the best. She's the best.
Beast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So let's see.
The potential on this horse is fucking outstanding, fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we think about Recharge? I think, from the outside post, doesn't Recharge have to gun it right away?
Yeah, but so does 7, so does 5. So I mean,
I know.
He's gonna.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much early pace and speed that you're going to have all these horses gunning it to get out and get position, that they're all probably going to get used up early. It's either going to be the best. It's going to come down to, it's either going to be the best speed horse that's just going to hold on for dear life, or it's going to be the closer that's going to come out of the clouds and pick everybody up at the wire. So
I have a question for you.
So maybe that's the play. Pick your whatever it is for you. Pick the best speed horse. Pick the best closer, and just bang out that exacta and just play it like that.
Problem is, Recharge does look like the best speed horse, but I think the post really hurts her. She's got to be wide on the turn. There's no way she gets the lead, and I don't see.
It could be, but I've seen.
I don't really see ability to
I've
race.
seen horses at friggin' at Pimlico from the 14 hole go wire to wire. So that's it's not always as clear cut as it is.
I don't like Rosario on what is a speed horse. I mean, if I'm going to bet Rosario, which isn't very often, when I'm going to bet Rosario, it's going to be on a closer. I'm just not, give me Jose Ortiz, give me Velasquez on a speed horse. Don't give me Rosario.
It's almost like you want to switch jockeys between Gunsong and Recharge.
I'll tell you, Rosario is better on
that, Bobby.
That is, I'll tell you that much. And you know how much I freaking dislike both of those guys.
I'm going to pull up a replay in here. I think we should watch the 4 horses last race while we're still thinking about this race. I'm starting to think this 4 is a contender in here. The local.
4, that's who I'm liking too. I mean,
the local horse.
But you said the field's not that great, and the good horses have bad posts.
I think Bobby might be right. I don't think this field's that great.
It's not that great. It's just
not.
Bobby, this field's not that great. Maybe she's not getting outclassed like we think.
Yeah, and the good horses, the good horses that are in there have bad posts. If Recharge was 3 or 4, I'd be freaking.
You have only one horse in this race that has one time in their life have gone over an 80 speed figure. Everybody else is in the 60s and the 70s.
70s.
And this is a G2. This is the best race of the day. And we have, like I've never seen such a pathetic field, honestly. Yeah. And I like some of these horses. I do. They're up and coming, and they could have possibilities, but they can't.
Bobby, what do you think about this? Though?
This is like this is not really a G2. This is like a high level allowance race, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
But with this being said, don't we have to give Lemon Muffin more of a shot?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. It's like
Lemon Muffin has been running against superior
if you throw
fields
those
the last
2
races
races out, she's going to be
superior.
I mean, she's going to be forwardly placed in a smaller field, and maybe she has another freak out day like she did that day at Oman. I don't know.
With a massive jockey upgrade.
One thing I'll say about Pratt, he will have this horse in the right position. He's the smartest jockey since Chris McCarron and Jerry Bailey. He will have this horse tactically sound. He'll probably be laying third or fourth, saving ground on the inside.
I agree. Yep, I'm with you on that all the way.
So I think Lemon Muffin's a contender too.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold on, I'm going to bring up call another plays. I think we should watch her last race and see what's going on with that. Here, how do I do this again? Let me figure this out just for a second. Present something else. There we go. Okay. Wait. Let me go there first.
Hey, Brad, you on here?
Bobby,
Yeah.
It's not letting me do it, but
Huh.
it's not
if
letting
you
me
throw
make it.
the 8, okay, if we throw the 8, who do we have? The 4?
Okay, can you guys watch this race? The 6 horse.
Yeah, I'm on, Gabe.
The first turn, only 5 lengths from front to back. So Miss Harriet out of the rail with Barbosa.
If this
leading
6
away
looks
3/4
visually
of a length
impressive,
from
guys.
Jean Marie in close attendance there in second. Grammy Girls on hold in third. Shimmering Allure has the rail fourth.
It's in last, right?
Off a speed.
Yeah.
And
Look at that, dead last.
Call another play. She's only 5 from the front.
Slow fraction.
Yeah, and look where the one is. The one
quarter
is
mile leads it
in
from
second.
Jean Marie about a half length with Grammy Girl.
And when these two come down the stretch, they're going to be dueling together at the same time.
Another play.
And look at this
Shimmering Allure,
4
the favorite. She's last
was
at
3 to
5 from the
5.
front, held by Miss Harriet.
Who's
Miss Harriet goes on with 4
laboring all of a sudden.
Miss Harriet, Grammy Girl, and Jean
Look at that
Marie.
4,
That's the
3 to
top
5 shot
three.
just
We
laboring.
call another play, and Shimmering Allure is ridden along. She's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
pick it up.
Hey, look at the
47
jockey
and
on the
3 was
6.
half mile into the
he's
far turn,
still-
and it's Miss Harriet just an arrow.
He's not
lead.
even
Grammy
pushing.
Girl sticking with her on the outside.
Got
Jean
done.
Marie call another play, firing up with a 3 wide bid, another 6 lengths back.
Oh, this
and
looks like
Shimmering
class.
Allure scrubbed on for run, but she's just at an even pace with 2.5
She's
furlongs
doing
left
it
to
all
go.
herself right
Still
now.
9 off that lead. Top
Yeah.
of the stretch now. Call another play. Call another play. Comes around up on the outside. Miss Harriet out of the inside. In the meantime, Jean Marie's just off the fence now, driven from third. So 3 chances at the 3/16 pole. Call another play. Miss Harriet
Okay,
is
now
to
he's
thread
tapping a little
together.
bit.
Jean Marie is third and trying to reach a furlong left
Now
to
look
go.
what Sanchez
It's call another play in front.
does with
Jean
the
Marie
3
moves
here.
to second as Miss Harriet is in third. Call another play. Coming for
That
the
horse
Laurel
was
line
dead at the
with
top
a
of the
2,
stretch,
2.5
that
length
3.
lead from Jean Marie. Call another play in the Weber City Miss.
All right.
Jean Marie was second. Miss Harriet was third. Grammy Girl fourth.
Yeah, very impressive performance. I mean, last, circles the field wide in the 5 path and just passes everybody like
By
standing
herself?
still. Yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive.
Good gallop out.
But I mean, you got to say that was an impressive run by the 3 also in the losing action there. I mean, that at the top of the stretch, that horse was fucking dead and going backwards.
Yeah. No, you're right. The 3. I thought the 3 was going to run
Yeah,
dead last.
and then the 4, and then the 6 floated out the 3 a little bit. When the 6 was kind of going back and forth there a little bit.
And that field is
But
stretched
yeah, no,
out,
you
baby.
can't take away anything from the 6. The 6 ran a bang up race right there.
I mean, it's just a little bit of the head on. Look. Yeah, she was just gliding early in the
Oh,
race.
she was loaded.
I mean, with the pace set up in this race, this is perfect for this horse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This horse has that middle
That
move.
exact one right there
that-
might win this race.
This horse has that move that a lot of trainers tell you, right before the turn is where you win the race.
And Michael's kosher, huh?
This horse might make that move like he did right here.
Yeah.
And a good 4 post would give the horse, options inside, outside, if they know there's a bias or something. I think we got to consider call another play a definite contender.
think I just figured out my Oaks Derby or my the Black Eye Susan Preakness double. 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6 are the ones that I think have the shot to win this.
So with the middle move numbers, so 1 is a 95 number,
Yeah.
and the 4 is 93, and the 7 has a 93 also.
Yes. So I'm sold with you guys. I'm going to go 4, 6, 7 now. I'm going to throw the 8 up.
But the best middle move number, according to this, is the 5. The 5 has a 96.
All right. Well, let's finish this up. And get to the Preakness. But
yes.
The one, some people like it for we'll recap the race. Some people like this one. The 2 I sort of thought maybe had a chance to as a long shot play. But now I'm looking at the race. I'm liking everybody in the race now. 2, 3. I don't. You know who I don't really like in here is the 8. I'm gonna throw out the 8.
I did too.
I might have to throw out the 6. I know you guys like the 6.
Yeah, but why are you going to throw out the
Grudgingly.
8? How are you
But
going to
maybe the
throw out
6 is
the
too
8?
slow. 6 just might be too slow. I mean, if you look at look at those final times of these races, I don't know. I love Luis Saez. I'll probably end up regretting it, but I gotta throw out
You
somebody.
probably will.
I'm always regretting stuff every day.
No, don't.
It comes to horses, so I nothing new.
Don't. It's just to add him in, depending on the odds and if the value is there. I mean, value is going to be there.
I like him because I think he's the best closer out of everybody.
He is the best closer. That's true.
And you got speed in the race.
Yeah, but how do you guys not like the 8? Like, the 8's going to run her.
I just don't like the post for the 8 with all that other speed. He's gonna have to gun it to get there and
Yeah, well,
longer than
in
he's
a
ever gone
field
before.
like this, I don't think the horse is going to have a problem gunning it out the gate. He's got the best gate coming out the gate speed out of everybody.
I
mean,
you got speed from the 1. You got
in all
speed
4 of his races coming out the gate, horse first in first, second, and first fall.
Remington Park, Sam Houston, Sunland.
Yeah, that too.
Bobby. Hey, Bobby, if I ask you your top 3, what are they?
Every time.
My top 3 is going to be 6, 8, 1, 4. I'm sorry, 6, 8, 1. Yeah, 6, 8, 1, 3.
Okay.
Hey, Gabe, can I ask you a question?
I'm going to go with the best closer and the best speed horse on top, first and second.
I'd be 5, 6, 7.
I'm 3, 4, 6.
4, 6, 7.
Hey, Gabe, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh God!
We talked about this race for an hour, and I
You said that.
could you take King's Barn and play all and make that a decent bet? A double?
If you like somebody in the Preakness, yeah.
No, I'm talking the race before. Play King's Barn in the race before and play all here.
You mean this race 11? Oh wait. Why is it skipping? Oh yeah, because I had it on this.
Oh.
We got this bet. Look at this. Look at this bet we got. 12% takeout, all stakes, 2-day pick 5. It's a good bet. 12% takeout, 2 days.
Yeah, the 12th is Pimlico Special. King's Barnes all.
Oh, so King's Barnes the winner in that race?
Yeah.
Oh, have to be.
I didn't look at the race before.
No,
Is this it?
It's so wide open. I agree with you guys. I mean, is that a dumb bet if I try to do that?
Oh, that's the. Was King Barn a single in the 12th at Pimlico on Friday?
I think so. Easily the controlling speed of this race is not enough pace for Red Route Run to run at, and I think everybody else is severely outclassed.
You know what? I agree.
Two-horse race.
King's Barn's going to be tough. I'm with you. King's Barn and Red Route Run will probably run second.
Yeah, there's no pace for him to run into. So Kings Barnes wins this like he did the Louisiana Derby last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kings Barn's a single for me. There's also for you guys to look at. There's a 2-day pick 5 all dirt, because I think Saturday we're probably going to go off turf. So yeah, there's an all dirt pick 5 2-day, and in that Kings Barn, I
I
I'm
don't
building
think the
around
stakes,
Kings Barn
I don't
being a
think the
single.
stakes races will be taken off the turf. They usually don't take.
I hope
They
not.
usually don't take stakes races off the turf, even if it's soft.
They might.
But yeah, third off the lay for Kings Barn, third off the layoff.
Yeah.
Improving in each race, and shit, this horse might throw 100 buyer speed figure, maybe even more.
King's Barn got a -0 last time.
What is he going to go off at, Bobby?
This horse is going to be 3 to 5.
There you go.
You don't think Red
Yeah,
Route Run will take enough money to keep him at even money?
King's Barn is going to be 3 to 5, and probably Red Route 1 is going to be 7 to 5.
Yeah, King's Barn. Yeah, that horse going to be 3 to 5.
So he's the key for the exotics.
So Kings Barn all in a double, and hope you get the bomb in the Black Eye Season.
That's a nice play, yeah.
Yeah, I like that
Let's
play.
go ringy
I like
dingy.
that play. And it's a small field, so it's not going to cost you a lot to pound it.
Yeah.
I think you can throw out Ringy Dingy though.
I
The
think
way
you could
this
throw out
race
Gene
looks, I don't think
Marie.
you can throw anybody out. Ricky Dingy
You
might
can-
win by 10.
You can throw save the dollar, and you can throw out Ringy Dingy.
Shit.
Hold on.
Yeah, so King's Barn, the single of the day. I didn't look at I didn't look at tomorrow's card yet.
Yeah, I think it's the single of the day for me. That's what
Okay.
I've been building around for
Gotcha.
Friday, Bobby.
Nice.
Yeah. Speed too, so controlling speed, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, the horse is going to get the lead and try not to look back.
How about She Feels Pretty in the 7th? Is that it? Or in the, what is that, the 8th? Where was I?
Oh yeah, like you almost had me in the 10th a lot. Shit, you can make this a pick
Or in
4.
the 9th? Well, you guys are talking about singles.
Yeah.
Look at this. She Feels Pretty in the 9th. How's she lose? I mean, I just looked at the race for the first time now, but look, one at Woodbine, 4.5 on the turf.
What race number is this?
9.
The 9.
The 6
Oh,
horse.
the single is the 2.
Well,
Don't
it's not
even
a
look.
single though. But it's not a single. But the two is what the horse
No,
I'll be betting,
you
because
can't-
the 6 is going to be
it-
way down. The 6 is
No
going to
way.
get way
You're
bet down.
not gonna
Hell yeah,
beat
the 6 is going to get way bet down.
You're not going to beat Grand Motion on this home track. No way.
No, but the 6 will be your favorite.
6 will be a huge favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I like the
Grade
2.
1 winner.
But I like the 2.
Grade 1 by a half length.
Oh,
All the twos
listen, you
done
don't
are
have to tell me on the
maidens
horse. I
and
mean,
non-winners.
everybody
won.
knows Sherry DeVoe is my favorite trainer. So, like, you know, it's 2-6 for me in this race.
85 buyer is a 2-year-old. Oh my God, this horse looks like free money right here. But 2 to 5.
Locked and ready.
I'm just saying, you guys could do a late pick 5. Look, key the 6, and then you could key King Barnes, and then we got this Miss Preakness all dirt 2-day pick 5. Mystic Lake, look, Mystic Dan's sister, right?
I love the 3.
I love the rider on the 2 in here, Value Area. I love that rider.
Yeah, that no rider
You
is
like the 3?
awesome.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, his name is gonna. You could pencil in Irad Ortiz over there. He's not in this race, and it's a Pletcher.
right?
It's a Pletcher Rapoli. Yeah, Irad's gonna be on him.
Yeah, in the 10th, I got the 3 and the 4. I'm only
3.
going too deep there, Gabe.
The 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
6 furlongs. Safi's got a horse. Yeah, the 3's going to be tough in here. Is there a lot of speed in here? What's the deal with that? Just real quick. Yeah, there is kind of a lot of speed. The 1, the 7, the 11. 3's probably going to get that perfect trip. I think you get a decent price on that 3 too. I mean, you know he's 2 to 1, but usually when you see 2 to 1, you think you're going to get like even money or something. But I think you'll probably get like 8 to 5. Second off the layoff.
Dude, if you can narrow the freaking 11th, this looks like a pretty cheap pick 5, where you can go all in the Black Eyed Susan.
What do we do in the 11th? Who do you guys got, real quick? Wesley Ward.
I think I was trying to beat the Ward horse there. Hold on, let me look. Well, that was the 4. I like the 1, the 4, and I think there was a horse that I was trying to use. No,
I love turf sprints, man.
Yeah.
Turf sprints are my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, being as a turf sprint, you might want to hit all here.
Yeah, I know turf sprints can be tricky, man.
You
That's
can
why
get
I
a
like
fucking 20, 30 to 1 hit a turf sprint.
Looking at this race, the screen showing this race, right? Race 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Boy, there's no value on the 4. I guess I'm putting this 4 in the winner's circle, but this race, a lot of horses could win this race. The 8, the 1.
That's only being 5 furlongs.
Yeah,
Honestly, if you could narrow down the Black Eyed Susan to 2 or 3 choices and hit all here, you might get a bomb in this leg that'll make the pick 5 pay. I mean, if you're too deep in the 9, too deep in the 10.
I love the 3 and the 10 in this race.
See the 3. Yeah, look at the 3. Brian Hernandez, Sherry DeVoe. Look at this. The last 2 times Brian rode this horse was his 2 best career races. Brian and this horse love each other.
Yeah, that's
beat the 4 in this race.
And and the 8 with Saez is going to be flying like a freight train coming down the middle of the track.
Oh yeah, the 8. Yeah, the 8 figures big time.
This is a tough fucking race, man.
I know this is the race where you go deep and you look for value.
And actually, I kind of like the 1 horse a little bit too. This Queen of the Mud.
Oh, the 1. Pratt's going to give a good ride. Grab motion. Saving ground on the rail.
How many horses are in the race?
Wow, there's also eligibles too.
Probably they'll be
depending on
scratches.
How many will line up in the gate?
Well, depending on scratches tomorrow.
Probably 12 or 13.
Probably 12. At least 12.
Yeah, so with the pick 5, you go 2 deep in the 9th, 2 deep in the 10th, single in the 12th, 3 deep in the 13th. You can
most
most
likely the 11 is going to get scratched because he's main track only. So if it doesn't go off the turf tomorrow, you're probably looking at 12 horses.
Oh my God. This is a race I need to dig deep in. I'm definitely going to look at this race deeper. I'm telling you guys, this is a good race to do like a trifecta box. And you could get some good, decent, like Bobby's 3 or maybe even the 13. Look at this 13 at 20 to 1. I don't think this 13 is going to be 20 to 1.
I like this horse that Paco's on.
Yeah, I was looking at that Paco horse too. Look at this horse always tries. So yeah, you know what? This is a good race, guys. I like that race. And I like what you guys are thinking.
It's a very good race.
Go deep in here. go deep in that other race that we were talking about, and then Key King's Barn, and if you could go light in the Preakness, in the Black Eyed Susan, you guys might have a bet here. I like.
Yeah. Right now, I'm looking at it. I put it together on paper. I'm looking at the 9th 2-6, the 10th 3-4, the 11th all, the 12th 2 singled, and the 13th I got 3-4-6. That ain't going to be that expensive.
Are you singling Kings Barnes?
Yes.
Yes,
okay,
I
good.
am too.
Super. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
no
not
question.
expensive at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Before we
and that's a great ticket right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get a freaking 30-1, 25-1 come in the 11th, and that fucking pays.
Huh.
And then freaking the 4 winds up winning the Black Eyed Susan.
This is what I keep telling everybody. Like when you're figuring out that you're going to play and how you're going to play it, and how, like, I got friends that they meticulously just, you got to go 5 and 3 and 4 and this. No. You got to look at the sequence and see what the sequence gives you. You might have 2 or 3 singles in a sequence.
Absolutely.
Don't already put yourself in a box saying, "Oh, I gotta go this and that." No, you got to take each sequence as its own individual of how you're going to play it, because you don't know. There could be it could be the opposite. You might have to go 5 deep in every race, and you still might not even hit. That's how sometimes the cards are. They're so difficult.
That's just the nature of a turf sprint.
So sometimes you just there's no shame in making your pick 5 a pick 4 or a pick 3, or even making it a double if you're late on, if you have your 2, you think, well, either one of these is going to win. I get to use 2. That's a great ticket, and you go deep where you're like, I'm not really sure who's going to win. The button, or just put all huge prices in there and hope that you're going to get lucky and you're doing the right thing. But yeah, that's how you do it. You got to do the smart tickets, and you can't be afraid.
Yeah.
All right. I was showing you guys this guy's analysis, Dan Illman's analysis in the Black Eyed Susan. He likes your 6 horse. Who could ask for Mo? And because he thinks the pace is going to be hot, and he thinks this one's going to benefit.
Sounds like a smart guy.
So that was my 3 choices. The 3 horses that could benefit from a hot pace. 3, 4, 6.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I got to think about that. Maybe the 7 also. Because sometimes Tyler's smart, man. Tyler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
3, 4, 6, 7 is if I got to go 4 deep in this race. That's what I'm thinking.
Just be careful of the 5, Gabe, because the 5 is definitely has got if you're a numbers guy, I'm a numbers guy. The 5 is going to be in the mix.
You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't take them all if you're playing it to beat the front runners, and kind of can't use 5. It's defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
Well, so the way I'll play the 5, Bobby, is so I won't use the 5 to win in my vertical bets for that, but he definitely will be on my horizontal tickets,
Yeah. I guess if any of the speeds.
Hey, Brad, are you here, Brad?
Yeah. What's up, Gabe?
You're too quiet.
I like the 6 horse.
All right. You like the 6?
Wow.
Closer? All right. A lot of people I respect like this 6. So
And,
I can't throw it out.
and let me tell you something. And Brad will back me up at this because we sat together at the table for the NHC all weekend. When Brad and I are on the same exact horse in a race, we hit 100% of we hit 100% of the time that weekend.
Wait, was Brad an NHC contestant?
No,
No, Kip was there, his son, and they sat at our table with.
Oh, you're thinking of the wrong Brad.
Yeah, different Brad.
You're thinking of Ginsburg.
Oh, Ginsburg is not on?
No, this is Brad Rogers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's more than one Brad in this world, Bobby.
All right. Well, I thought it was Ginsburg.
Bobby Cafaro still alive?
My bad.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm not famous enough to be Bobby's buddy.
Yeah,
Brad,
you are, Brad.
where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma. All right. Yeah, because the other Brad's from Kentucky, and you guys,
Gotcha.
you guys
But
sound.
I like the 6-horse, blinkers on, 2 good words.
I can't even differentiate you guys because you both of you sound like brothers, like you could be related.
I hear you.
Yeah. Hey, you do sound like the other.
He does
Brad.
exactly. That's why I thought it was him.
But there's only one Brad Rogers.
Oh yes.
On this podcast.
Oh, Brad, you've been too quiet, man. We need more of that accent, man. I love that accent. All right, now let's get to the Preakness. Enough talk about Brad. Who do we like in here? I mean, what do we think of this one, Magutu, with Jersey Joe Bravo? This horse looks like the first horse to throw out.
Throw.
Yeah.
Toss it.
Right? We all agree. This horse has no shot. It's
No shot.
Easy talk.
Yeah, easy toss, right? I think this horse is one that probably run dead last.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, was it you who we talked about who's going to run dead last in the Derby?
Yeah. I was wrong on that one, wasn't I?
Who was it again?
The 8 horse was the one that ran just a touch ran last,
You're right. Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
had him second.
And the horse that I thought would run dead last ended up running 5th. So don't listen to me.
Who was that? The Japanese horse?
The other Japanese horse.
T.O. Password is who I thought would run last.
That was the horse I gave you guys.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby did say that horse.
I said you got to include this horse in your underneath exotics. I said you got to put him in there. The horse he's slow, but he loves Churchill for some reason.
And there was a reason why that horse was in the race too. He's not going to bring that horse out for nothing. I mean, he kind of let you guys know that. Does anybody like Uncle Heavy?
Yeah.
Of all the long shots, that's probably my favorite.
Yep, exactly.
Because Irad?
No, not even just obviously because of Irad, and Butch Reed is pretty hot right now. But the Withers is really good. The Wood was really bad, but you kind of forgive that Wood. It was a terrible post, terrible trip. Draw a line through that one, and he actually looks much better.
So another thing about the Wood too, Bobby, is if y'all remember during the Wood, the 12 horse, goes down. When he clips heels and goes down, that was with Uncle Heavy. When that happens, Sanchez all but pulled that horse up. So that 5 could have been a 3. You know what I mean? I mean, looking at it as a finish. I mean, and that 7-4 might have been better.
I remember that. Another thing I'd like to mention that the Wood Memorial is turned into a garbage prep race, but I will say Resilience ran very good in the Derby. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Resilience was right up there.
Yeah, he did run very well.
The Wood may be a garbage prep race for the Derby, but it's actually been pretty decent in the Preakness. Early voting.
You know what? That's true. That's another good point. And Resilience was in front of Sierra Leone and Forever Young at almost the 8th pole. It was Resilience was up there. I mean, it just barely died down at the last furlong, but it ran a big race considering from the 19 post. So maybe this race is a little bit better than we may think, only because Resilience seems like it's a nice horse.
All the horses that were behind Resilience in that Wood, got pretty much taken out when that horse went down.
Exactly.
So there was only 2 or 3 horses that were up in front that were clear of everybody. and everybody got screwed in the melee when the horse went down. Everybody was going all over the place. And that's how Society Man wound up running up into everything, because he was wide on the outside and he avoided all the trouble. And when everybody was going all over the place, pulling up their horses, moving their horses away, he had no trouble. He just passed everybody because he wasn't involved in any of the action, where some of the other horses all got caught up in the action. That's why I love my other watch horse at Tuscan Sky for Pletcher on Saturday too, because he got the worst of it in the wood because he was right behind the horse that went down, and he got, I don't think he was going to win, but there was a bunch of horses in that race that got messed up because of the horse going down.
Tuscan Gold wasn't in the wood.
Tuscan Sky.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Tuscan Sky. What was Tuscan Sky that big favorite in that race? Yeah, I remember that. There was a
he was, but he didn't really run.
No.
He really didn't.
Determination was the big favorite.
He was the horse I was hoping that was going to win that
so
we can get into the Derby, but
with Rosario, right?
Yeah,
The Clement horse, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's Christophe Clement's horse. Yeah, he's running Saturday.
All right, what do we think about Catching Freedom, number 3?
Winner.
I like him.
Winner?
Yep.
Who said that?
Very
Joey?
Absolutely winner.
Who's that? Joey?
No.
Me.
Bobby?
No.
Yeah.
Bobby likes Catching Freedom?
Yeah. I mean, now that Muth is not in, this is the winner. That was my exacta. 3-4 exacta.
He ran a
He's the class of the field. That's no question about it in my mind. I just don't think he gets the pace to run it.
It's a smaller field. He's going to be a little bit more forwardly placed than you think. And
me and you talked about this too. You think it's going to be quicker than I do.
Traffic trouble in this race than he did at in the other races. So I would not be surprised if this horse wins by like 5 or 6 lengths.
Yeah, there's no chance.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold.
Wow.
That's
I wouldn't be surprised about that either.
think
I had this others I do like better just because of the pace scenario, but he's absolutely must use in every
what you're saying. I won't be surprised if he wins like that.
Okay, well, I'm not skipping everybody that's listening. I'm not skipping, but if we talk about Catching Freedom, then we have to talk about Tuscan Gold.
Absolutely.
Against each other in the Louisiana Derby. This horse had the 10 post that day.
Yeah.
And barely got beat. I watched this race. Tuscan Gold ran very good.
Yeah, I like this horse a lot too.
I think Tuscan Gold is sitting on a big race here.
Yep.
What do you? Anybody else agree that Tuscan Gold might be sitting on a?
That's my pick. That's one of my 2.
I mean, my other scenario is the 3 and the 8. I think them 2 are going to be ding donging down the stretch, and it's going to be one of those like Mandaloon, and what do you call? Who was that? Doug O'Neill horse, the Hot Rod horse, Hot Rod Charlie. It's going to be another Mandaloon.
If anyone's ding donging down the stretch, there's a horse in a 9 post that loves to pick fights.
You know what?
That horse.
Baffert.
Who said that?
Me, Bobby Cafiero.
I'm with you. When Bobby Salzano said
that 9 hasn't won a fight yet.
When Bobby said the 8 and the 3 were going to battle, first thing in my head was, wait, the 9's going to have a say in that.
Oh,
there's no fight going on without him there. I'll tell you that.
Well,
I just don't know if the 9 is fast enough to be in that fight. That's the trouble. I agree.
The 9 hasn't won a fight yet.
Yeah, but he's been in it, Bobby. That's what they're saying. He runs with any horse that gets up there.
He seems to just run to that fight, though. It's like he could just be pulling away, but who wants to go eye to eye?
He does.
Every single race is the same
agree.
thing. I think he's got more speed than he's shown. I think he just waits for other horses to come around him.
Listen,
I'm with you, Bobby. I think he ends up being the speed for sure.
Absolutely.
So whoever comes running up there is gonna have to pass him.
But The
I
9
don't
is
know.
going to get hounded all the way. You got 3 other horses that want to be on the lead with him, and they're all going to be
I
like
didn't see
right
it.
next to him, with
No.
freaking pounding him all the way.
Who do you think's going to contest him, Bobby?
You think
I
Just Steel is
disagree.
going to let? You think Just Steel is going to let his horse get away? No,
I think the reason you got a jockey change is
absolutely
because
not.
Lucas absolutely said, "Do not go to the lead."
And
Yeah.
you put Joel Rosario on him. You don't go get an aggressive guy. You put the absolute most patient rider to ever get on the back of a horse. It's
Yeah,
not
if
saying
Lucas-
that you want to put him in the lead.
Yeah, if Lucas, you don't go get Rosario. I agree, 100%. I don't think you put
Yeah.
Rosario on for that. No.
No.
Bobby Salzano. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Is he? Are you even there, Bobby Salzano?
He's picking the winner.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. This is where one time you told me something that surprised me a lot, which I do have a lot of respect for you. But one time you told me that you don't look at post positions that much. Remember?
I never used to up until probably the last 6 months.
Okay, with the 9 having this post, I could almost guarantee you that the 9 is going to be pushed hard right away and
for
have
sure.
a 2-length lead early in this race.
The
For
Bob
sure.
Baffert horse.
Right, and you're going to have the 7, you're going to have the 5, and you might even have the 6
The
right at his
7
eyeballs with him.
Eyeballs? I don't know if the 7 will be eyeballs.
The
with
9 is
Rosario?
not. The 9 is absolutely not going to get an easy lead. You can't let the 9 have an easy lead.
He's going to clear.
He's going to clear,
With
but
Dettori, let me tell you, Dettori's
He's
very
gonna have-
aggressive jockey.
he's
Dettori
at
is
his
very
neck
aggressive.
at all.
He's going to the lead. He's taking
Dettori's
no
a very
prisoners.
aggressive jockey. He will have this, even if he
on
has
a
got to go
lead.
46 flat.
Right?
I think he's going,
He's going.
Bobby. Remember me when I say that.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Oh,
There's
I
way
have
this
no
horse can win
doubt
the
that
race.
the
He's got
9
to
is
lead.
going to go. He's all speed. This horse, he's got to go.
You will wait no longer.
And I think we're getting 46 flat, and Dettori's going to be like,
46 and 3.
take me as far as you can.
Yeah.
It's going to be a similar situation to a horse that ran. Oh God, what was that horse's name? Oh God, it was 10 years ago. The year that I'll have another one. And remember who ran second?
Bodymeister.
Yeah.
Bodymeister.
Bodymeister. There, thank you. God bless you.
Bodymeister.
This horse reminds me a little bit of Bodymeister. This horse is going to have that
Right.
kind of trip. It's going to
Right.
get a clear lead. Mike Smith has pushed that Bodymeister as far as he could, and I think imagination. Let me add one
Exactly. And look what happened to Bodymeister.
thing. He ran a good second.
He ran a good second. Exactly. Just like imagination is going to do. He's probably going to run a good third in this race.
Imagination does not hit the board.
Wait, who says imagination doesn't hit the board?
I did.
Who are you? Are you Joey?
No.
Wait, Jack? Is that you, Jack? Oh, my buddy Jack, you should talk more. I'm glad. How you doing, Jack? I know you like these. I think you're being bold on that, but you know what? If imagination doesn't hit the board, it'll be because he went too fast early and he collapsed late. Let me just add one more thing. Let me add one more thing about imagination. Just since I have seen this horse right in front of my face, literally 2 inches from my face, multiple times. Let me tell you, the last time this race came up, the Santa Anita Derby, you could ask Sean this question. He saw it. Sean Modisette. I said imagination looks so good on the track. So good. I mean, it had all the things you want. Ears
It
pricked.
was your pick of the paddock.
Oh,
It was
he's
totally my pick in the paddock, and I think I mentioned it in the group too. I said this is
horse.
my,
You did.
absolutely
yeah.
correct.
I went up there and bet 200 to place on this horse because of that, which
Is
I
this your
rarely
horse,
ever
Gabe?
do. And the horse ran big, but just Stronghold beat it. But I'm telling you, this is a gorgeous horse. This horse might be
He's
improving
beautiful.
too. Let me just say, I think this horse has a lot of upside. And remember, Bob Baffert. I'm just saying,
Bob Baffert.
throw this horse
I got
out, but
No, don't
but
throw him
remember
out.
what you're
Don't throw
risking.
him out. You gotta use him.
No, I'm saying you throw at your own risk because I think Imagination's a nice horse.
You gotta
Yeah,
use
I got a
him.
question
I
for you
think
guys.
he's probably, He's definitely in the
For-
trifecta at minimum.
I want you guys to
Spartan-
watch the horse in the paddock when you're watching the on the track feed, and tell me that it's probably the best looking horse in the race too. I'm telling you, it's a gorgeous horse, beautiful horse. Think the horse is getting better.
So when I look through this race, now I mean Bobby kind of had already brought it up, and so had Bobby and Robert did. Anyways, I don't see any horse other than the 9
Oh wait a minute,
that
who's the
wants
other
to be on the
Bobby
lead.
that's in here?
Caffiero.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
So anyways, I'm looking at this race, and somebody else is going to want to be there with the 9, in my opinion. And I think I might be wrong, but coming out of the Pat Day Mile, does anybody else think that maybe the 6, they send the 6 and that tries to wire a field that doesn't look like it's got much pace? That maybe they send the 6, put him on the lead
Absolutely.
because
Well,
nobody else
they're
wants to
going to
be there.
try send the 6, but he might get him. It might happen to him. What happened to him in that last race where they tried to send him, and he was in the what was he in the 5 hole, and he was just too wide around the turn. He was trying to clear the field, and then he wound up having to back up because the other speed to the inside just wouldn't let him get in there. You know.
The only thing I'm trying to make sense of in this entire race is with Lucas with the 6 and the 7. Just Steele is the one that usually runs in the front, but you switched to Rosario and you didn't like that he ran in the front in the Derby. So, but you put Seize the Gray, the 6. In he's never been closer than 5th in the first call in any of his 2-turn races. That's the one you're going to send?
Exactly. I totally understand. I was thinking the exact same last night. I thought exactly
It just
the same
doesn't
thing.
make sense, any of that.
I'll tell you one thing.
I think
Do you not like Seize the Gray at all?
I'm definitely not sending both of them.
No.
I like Seize the Gray, but I like the horse better as a stalker and then close. I don't like the horse on the lead. You know, I don't think that's his style. And I think anything over a mile, the horse is not really going to be able. I think a mile for that horse is like the
It came right out of Lucas's mouth. He said after he won the Pat Day Mile, Lucas said, I didn't think he wanted to go the distance. That's why we went with the Pat Day Mile. And they asked him, could you go to the Preakness? And he goes, no, I just don't think he'd like the distance. Then here's the horse in the race.
This is Lucas.
I know.
I don't understand him.
You want my honest opinion? My honest opinion
is
the 6 and the 7 shouldn't even be in this race, especially the 6. You're killing this friggin' horse. I mean, the 7. Yeah. You're killing this friggin' horse. This horse should not even. This horse should get some rest.
He's run, I think, like 13 times already.
Yeah, I mean,
3-year-old season just started.
I love that he's trying, and the same thing with Lemon Muffin. Fucking, the horse needs a break. That's 5'5". You gotta love him. He's old school, and that's how they do it. And you want throwback horses, and trying to make them throwback horses.
Well, hold on, guys. I think Jack's trying to talk. Is that you trying to talk, Jack?
No, you're hearing like kickback, Gabe. That's like kickback in the background somewhere that somebody's not muted.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I want to show you guys.
That's Gilbert's fan in the background up there above his head. It's I can hear the.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
I know. I'm such a dick.
You are
Gilbert
a dick.
was my other pal at the NHC. He was sitting next to me the whole weekend.
Some people are joining this meeting like almost at the end. Who are these people? Craig.
I don't know, but me and you did the same. Me and you did the same thing right after you put the post out. I tagged everybody, and then when I got out of it, then I saw that I got tagged again, and then I looked, and I'm like, oh, geez.
Hey, there's Gilbert. Have you been talking to Gilbert? There's Gilbert's fan. Hi, fan. You're nice and cold right now, huh? Gilbert, what's the degrees in your room right now?
Oh, it's probably about 72, but
Perfect, huh? You're always around 72, huh? No matter where.
Yeah, well, in Texas, already reaching mid-90s, so it's hot here.
Yeah, we're going to get hot over here pretty soon, too, so enjoy it while it lasts, right, Gil?
Yeah. It's been 90 every day this week.
In Florida?
South Florida, yep.
Oh my God, it's been
Whoa.
so humid the past 2 weeks. It's been
Ridiculous.
disgusting.
Just keeps raining in Missouri.
And it's not even June yet. I don't even know what June is going to bring.
Missouri tomatoes.
Good day.
Bobby,
Right.
you're up by Tampa, right?
I am like 10 miles outside of Orlando.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm Coral Springs. I'm like by Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gulf
So,
Springs.
guys, we talked about catching freedom. Let's skip over Muth and Mystic Dan. Y'all tell me why I can't get on this horse. I just can't. I can't get on him. I wasn't on him in the Derby. I can't get on him. And I mean, the numbers say he's going to be there.
I've got quite a few theories on that. I mean, first of all, the horse just ran his eyeballs out. Like his absolute career best race, skims the rail, fights off the best closer in the frickin' country. Now he's back 2 weeks later, and they expect him to run the same caliber race. I just can't see it. I mean, I know there's been
They're
plenty
only
of
putting
horses
him in the race because he won the Derby, and they got to try to
Yeah,
get the Triple Crown.
I know there's plenty of horses that have won the Derby and the Preakness, and they're American Pharaoh and Smarty Jones and these big favorites and great all-time horses. Like these horses, I see Mage all over again. The best I can see is a okay third, fourth. After running the race of his life, I don't know. I just
The horse is going to probably be in the Superfecta somewhere.
I
don't
Is
have
he going
to
to be
win.
I wouldn't be
I
shocked
don't
if he's
think
not. I wouldn't be shocked if he won. But
exactly, I'm with you on that. Yep, I'm in the same boat.
You think he ends up being the favorite, Bobby? Bobby, you think he ends up being the favorite?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
1000%.
Yeah,
Even
he's
money.
going to be the favorite because
And to me,
you're going the
to me, the
9
way
and the 5 are going to be the two favorites because you got the Derby winner and you got Baffert. So those are the two favorites right there.
listen, the thing that makes this entire race so intriguing is that there's going to be an even money favorite that most horse players as knowledgeable as us know that you could beat. So there's value all over this race. So that makes no sense putting him on top of anything.
I really wish Muth didn't get a fever, man. That
I do and I don't. Like I do, but he was a lock, and there would be no value in this race whatsoever.
I don't
Moon's
know if
getting
he
the
was.
feet.
I don't know if he'd be a lock, but
A lock.
I mean,
They're-
I thought he was going to be either one or two. You know, at the end, I don't know if he was going to be able to win. I mean, I was 3-4 all the way. You know, box him.
With the only two real speed horses in the race, both trained by Baffert, and you know he won't send them both, Muth was an absolute freaking cinch. So, in my opinion, anyway. So the fact that he's out and now everybody's just going to normally gravitate towards the Derby winner, it creates a ton of value everywhere else. Tuscan Gold it'll be 6-1, 7-1.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Catching Freedom is probably by far the class of this field. I can't see him being more than 4-1, maybe 3-1.
Winner.
Yeah.
Let me go over the odds offshore.
Oh, so Gabe, let me ask you something about Imagination. So, what is your take on the clocker? Because everybody was making such a big deal about Imagination, you know, with a workout that they had, and the clocker saying that, you know, Booth did it so easily, but, you know, Imagination was having a hard time in that workout keeping up, and he was struggling. So now that Booth is out, what's your take on that?
I mean, that's interesting, no doubt. So we're talking about that 111 and 4. I mean, which one?
Yeah, the 111 and 4.
It's not like he was struggling to keep up with Mugatsu. He was keeping up with Muth. I mean,
I was about to say, Imagination is not Muth. That's what that says.
Yeah.
And might as well throw him out there with Flightline. I mean,
Muth is a good horse, man. It's a real good horse.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Muth is a really good horse. I mean, me and Gabe have been on him since day one. You know,
Yeah, that's true. I knew about Muth
I
before
really,
he ever
you know,
ran.
I had high hopes for that horse.
You know what?
I
I'm
really
glad.
thought when Muth ran in the Arkansas Derby, I mean, that was off a big layoff. I thought that, I mean, that's a pretty good win. You know what I mean? I mean,
Oh, that was so impressive. I
on
agree.
top of all of like the money they spent to try to get him in the Derby, the connections know that horse is sitting on a monster.
Oh, yeah. Think he runs the Belmont?
Nah, I think they'll save him for the.
I mean, it's a mile and a quarter now. It's not like you're throwing him into a mile and a half. I think the Belmont gets the biggest field it's seen in years because of that.
How long do they have to be out? 14 days with a fever?
It's 3 weeks to the
Yeah,
Belmont.
14 days.
It's no, but the horse when a horse spikes a fever, you're not allowed to run the horse for a minimum of 14 days. Could be anywhere from 14 to 30 days after vet clearance.
Yeah, that's going to be my thing. Is I don't know if the 21 days is going to be close enough. I mean, I'm sure he's prime.
It's
so
possible. I mean, yeah, it's possible. I mean, it could
So what do
be.
you think,
They
Haskell's
could
in that
clear him
race?
after 10 days.
I was thinking Haskell, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Baffert loves that race.
You know, if I'm him, anything with that horse. You know, he's got a really nice horse there that I actually really like a lot. And I think they should just, you know, when the horse is ready. But yeah, absolutely, Haskell. I think that's probably probably the next definite big goal.
I'm going to interrupt you guys because I'm going to show you guys something. We're going to look at that workout. Let's see if it shows. All right. Are you guys seeing? Are you guys seeing it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Who's inside? Who's outside?
Well, it says on the bottom left. Outside.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
This is how Bob Baffert said, guys, this is how I draw it up. This is how I want you to run the Preakness right here.
Yeah, but you see the jockey on Imagination, he has to keep pushing him.
Yeah, he's asking.
And whoever's on Muth, he's like, his hands are so soft, he's not even touching his neck.
Yeah,
every step of the way, he's pushing. He's pushing them.
I'm pretty sure that's
he's moving the reins, and the other jockey's just not even doing anything. And look, he gives him just a little teeny tiny tap, and already Muth is already like in front of him already.
Yeah.
But again,
the Imagination's running good. Muth's running easier, but what does this make you not like Imagination?
No, I'm just saying. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm not an expert on workouts or anything like that, but you know, when the clocker says that, you know, in his opinion, the horse was struggling to keep up with Muth, you know, that's slightly a concern.
Well, you're still using that left rein. I'll tell you one thing though: the Muth was very impressive at this workout.
Oh yeah,
God, Muth wasn't even breathing hard. Look at Muth.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I'm saying it's like, look at the motion. Like his neck is already down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down already. Like you know, he's trying to win the race, but he can't.
But that probably, you know, I mean, this is Baffert too, the best dirt trainer in the history of horse racing. So even Andy Serling said it, and you know, he knows what he's doing. I think he probably gave him some bottom from doing this. I mean, he probably improved Imagination, right? I mean, chasing
maybe that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
When it comes to Baffert, I think there's another one. Wasn't there another one we could look up?
Imagination is just going to be tough for me to put on top because I just don't like him. I like Catching Freedom better. I like Tuscan Gold better. And to be honest with you, I probably like Mystic Dan better than Imagination. And I think the other two are. I just in a horse that wants to be in a fight but runs second. On top horizontal stuff. Even vertical stuff. I probably won't have Imagination on top anymore.
You're
Definitely
able to
will have
see
him
this
second,
workout too, right?
Yes, yes.
God, it does look like Muth's just like going with the motions, not even trying hard. God, Muth's. I'll know. Tell you one
He
thing,
just
man. I'm
looks
not
like
betting
he's
against
out there
Muth.
for a leisurely jog.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Muth when Belmont or Travers, whatever, Haskell. No, Muth. Muth looks like he's improving. Look, Imagination went a little wide on that turn. That's a little concerning. Yeah, it does look like Imagination's like kind of all out while Muth is just jogging.
And again, it could be by design. Maybe they're trying to they're trying to get him to do that. To do that part of it. I don't know.
Probably trying to teach him to finally pass a horse, and he's got the fight. He just loves to stay there and keep fighting.
That's why I say he's going to run a nice third.
I just also see a world where he gets a 48 second,
and I see a scenario where he could possibly wire the field. There's also that. Like, I was wrong with National Treasure last year. It's just I just was so sour on the horse because I was so high on the horse as a 2-year-old when he first ran his couple races, and his whole 2-year-old season was a disaster that I was like, oh man, fuck this horse. I hope this horse never wins another race in his life. That's how I had high expectations for that horse as a 2-year-old, and he just didn't do anything, and so I kind of threw him to the wind, and once that's my problem,
How does Dan look?
Once I get sour on a horse, it's like, forget about it. Now I got to let the horse beat me because, forget it. You're dead to me.
How does Dan look, guys?
Terrible.
Terrible?
I say he runs a nice fourth.
I'll tell you who does look nice on the track. Not that I'm real high on that, but Catching Freedom this morning looked like $1 million. I mean, head bowed, look phenomenal.
That horse is going to run dynamite. That horse is going to run dynamite Saturday.
Yeah,
I wonder if they got that on here. I want to see Catching Freedom. I love watching work.
It was on the TVG feed, Gabe. I don't know where you're looking, but
I'm on XBTV.
Thinking about going hard on the 3.8.
Was it today?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, this looks. Oh, I already see the bowed neck.
I like that 3.8 a lot.
He had that. I mean, he looked, like I said, he had that neck, head tucked down, chin tucked down. Man, he was prancing, picking his feet up.
Prancing right now. Oh yeah. Happy horse. Yeah, let's watch this, guys and gals. Yeah, this looks like a happy horse. Oh boy. Oh, look at that bowed neck. Oh.
Yeah, this horse looks fantastic.
Oh, this horse look. Oh, geez. I think I got my pick in this race.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
He looks absolutely gorgeous.
How can you bet against somebody that looks like that?
He's just asking to go. He's just waiting for the button.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. We're going to get like
that's why if this horse wins by 5 lengths, it's not going to surprise me at all.
7-2, 4-1. Oh my God.
Yep, 7-2 is what he goes off at, I bet.
Dude, a $20 bill might get you $100 or close to it.
Yeah, definitely.
On a horse that looks like this. Look at that big engine on the back. No wonder he's a good closer. Look at that big butt.
Oh, his ass is.
What do you think of 3.89 try pays? I'm loving that bet. 3.89 try. What is it? You probably get
like
a fucking.
I mean, it all depends on what the odds are going to be.
I mean, if you got Mystic Dan completely out of it at 4 to 5 or even money, I mean, you could be looking at a $70, $80 try, maybe $100 try.
Yeah,
Bobby, I'm
I mean,
looking-
it's definitely it's going to be a lot. It's a smaller pool than the Derby, so it's not going to be as. But yeah, I mean, you could.
But you still,
Definitely.
you're bouncing of an even money favorite completely out
Yeah,
of it.
I mean, $6 box gets you $78. I'll take that all day.
Well, let's think about it this way. Okay, what's the exacta going to pay? We're talking about a 7-2 to a
3.8 or 3.9.
Yeah, either one.
$12.
No,
No,
more than
no.
that. Way more than that.
Way more than
25,
Maybe 30.
30.
Yeah, 25, 30,
33,
35 at the most,
30,
right?
Depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so $70 to $90, I think you'll get for that try. Even
Yeah.
maybe
$5
I'll say
try is a
64 to $80. 64 to $80. Let's see. I hope it comes in so we could see. That would be great. And then I swear I'll clip this and put it on there and let everybody hear it.
$5 try could be a $30 bet that pays over $400 on 3 obvious horses.
Hey, how about this one? Mystic Dan for 4th, 3-5-8-9.
Yeah, there's your super right there.
Or 3-8-9, 3-8-9, 3-5-8-9, 3-5-8-9.
I mean,
I'm definitely
I
doing
kind of
that.
want to play supers where I throw Uncle Heavy in 4th and
Yes,
fucking Bell's
yes.
Mystic Band all together.
Oh boy!
Yes,
I
like
mean,
a super where you go
personally,
3-8 with
I would do
3-8.
3-8 with 3-8 with all.
Yes.
Oh my God! Look at this horse's head action.
Yeah, I'm a super where I 3-8, 3-8 with.
All. I mean,
Well, I wouldn't even go
a dollar
all.
super 3-8, 3-8 all is not going to cost you a lot of money at all. And
Yeah,
I think at Pimlico you could do
Imagination-
a 50-cent super, so it won't cost you that much either.
Yeah, see, I'll go 3-8, 3-8 with Uncle Heavy, Mystic Dan, Imagination, and Just Steel.
Yep.
In 3rd and 4th. That'll cost you 16. It'll cost you $32 for $1.
I'd probably throw Imagination in the 2nd also, but yeah.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do 3-8 with 3-8-9 with all.
Not even all. Throw it. Just add
There's
Uncle
not that
Heavy
many horses
and
in the
Just
race,
Steel.
so why leave one horse out? And what if that
Yeah, I
horse
guess.
shows up and then it's only going to cost you another $1 or $2?
Hey, let me tell you.
Mugatu fucking comes in because hell
When he
freezes
comes
over.
in 3rd at 40-1, and you throw him out.
Yeah.
As a superfecta player, let me tell you, man. You sometimes you got to go all.
So everybody knows my friend Mel Caraballo, right?
Yeah, I mean, I see him around. I don't know him.
No, but I'm saying you see, the last couple of times he posted about Forever Young and about the being stupid on the pick 5 and all that, blah blah blah. And he said, about I'll never bet a Santa Anita trainer again. Coming to the,
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we were at you didn't get to meet him that day, Gabe, because he was living down at Gulfstream at that time. But if he was back up here, he would have been hanging out with us that day when you came up with us with Nelson. But so I think it was it was Florida Derby day, and he picked me up and we went to the dog track where we hang out, and we played a super, right? And I forgot how much I think it costed him like $100 and something. So we had the key horse on top, which was the 6 in that particular race. He puts every horse in 2nd position, and Safi had 2 horses in there, and he leaves the best of the horses of Safi out. And I'm like, why did you did not hit the all button, and you're leaving out the best Safi horse out of the 2? How do you do that? We would have hit the super paid $40,000 for $160 that he would have spent on the ticket. Me and him would have split $40,000. The $1 super paid. I'm like, I was like, just go in the
Poor
bathroom
Bobby.
and throw up your guts right now. How do you you have 10 horses? Just put the other horse in there. And how do you not have the best Safi horse out of the 2 in there? Oh my God, I wanted to puke. Like, I was like, oh my God. So talk about So that's why I'm like, if you're gonna hit the or if you're gonna use 6 horses and there's 7 horses, just throw the other horse in there because you just never know.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna kick yourself because the 40 to 1 shot runs up in there and you toss the horse out, but you got the other 40 to 1 shot that's running down the track.
Yeah, I made a huge mistake in the Breeders' Cup Turf Mile. I had all 5 horses. I played the Super High 5. I had all 5 horses pretty much pegged, but I decided to just put Maj on top and not Master of the Seas. And
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
To me, I still think it was a dead heat. I should have cashed.
No, and I mean everybody probably got ripped off that day, but.
But I think it wound up paying like freaking $8,000. I invested $24 into it. All they would have taken was $48.
Oh
just
yeah,
to put,
dude, that's a great fucking ticket. Would you kidding me?
Yeah, I still think freaking it was a dead heat. They owe me some money.
I'll tell you right now, dead heats. I hate dead heats more than I hate coupled entries. 2 of the nonsense. I would rather lose than have a dead heat because everybody loses in a dead heat. I had a dead heat.
Not in that case. I would have probably got about $4,000.
No, but but you could have got 16,000 maybe if it goes the right way. You know what I'm saying? But in a dead heat,
it paid $8,000.
I played an NHC tournament one time, and I had a 30 to 1 shot that had won at Gulfstream. And here I'm thinking I'm getting a cap horse, and I didn't realize it was a dead heat. And I only got $13 in change because he was in a dead heat with the 4 to 5 favorite or something or the favorite was like 1 to 2. Oh my God. I wanted to puke, and I wound up losing the tournament that day. I'm like, are you freaking? I have a freaking cap horse, and of course, my luck. I get a cap horse for the first time in a long time, finally. And I'm looking, I'm like, why is it only paying $13.50? I'm like, that don't make sense. It was because it was a dead heat, and I didn't realize until I looked back at the replay, and I was like, oh my God.
So what you're posting there, Gabe, that's exactly what I thought. I think Tuscan Gold's going to be our 4th choice. I think that'll be a post time too. I think this is actually really accurate.
They usually are these because it's people that are betting right now. I mean, if somebody went in there and bet, $1,000 on Tuscan Gold or whatever, then he'd go down. So these are actual odds that people are betting into.
And I love it. Uncle Heavy is not your last choice, but second to last, and that horse has a great chance with Irad on him.
He does. That horse is going to be flying like a freight train too.
Yep. We haven't talked about Tuscan Gold, guys. I mean, even though I'm the one that said let's look at Catching Freedom because I love him, but Tuscan Gold is going to be a monster. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have a better setup than Catching Freedom because I think Catching Freedom needs a little bit of pace that I don't think we're going to get, and I don't think Tuscan Gold's going to need it because I think he's going to be just sitting off whoever the leader is.
So if you go by percentages and all that, this is a really high percentage move for Chad Brown the last couple of years. Wins it with early voting, skipping the Derby. Second with Blazing Sevens last year. He's done it. I think there was another one before. Was Rumbauer his or one of them a couple of years before that?
Rumbauer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a really high percentage move with it. This horse that Chad Brown skips the Derby with usually is in there somewhere. Every race is better than the last. I mean, you got Gaffleone, who's got something to prove after all the fighting down the stretch in the Derby. There's a lot to like with this horse.
The fact that Chad scratched him from the Peter Pan and moved him over to this tells me this horse he felt good about it because he went into it thinking he had a chance to go against Muth.
Oh yeah,
right, exactly, yeah.
I mean, third off it's his 4th start, 3rd of the season. Every freaking buyer is considerably better than the last.
Big jump.
And,
Yep.
and let's talk about the Louisiana Derby. I mean, look who's first and second was. It was Catching Freedom and Anna Marie, who came from dead last to win. Tuscan Gold was in the pace duel with the guy with the horse that set the pace in a Derby, Track Phantom. I think there was another one up there. Like, he was the only one of the early front runners that kept going.
Right. Yeah.
With two monster
No, I
closers
mean, yeah,
coming first and
the
second.
8 is sitting on a
So
huge race. The 8
let
is
me
sitting
argue.
on a huge race.
Let me argue the opposite point there, Bobby. I agree with what you're saying, except for that is the one thing that race is actually the one thing that makes me a little nervous of Tuscan Gold. Track Phantom took them 112. 112, and I think it was, I'm looking here, 112 and 1. And he still, like, he did hang on, don't get me wrong, and that was only his third race out, but it makes me a little bit nervous that Catching Freedom was able to run him down. And Anna Marie, even though that, to me, 112 and 1, I mean, now the problem is they might get that. We might see 112 and 1 again, and he's going to be better. He's going to be way better.
You might even see a pace
That's
faster
the other
than
thing too.
112.
If you compare Catching Freedom and Tuscan Gold, they're almost the same, like growth pattern, except for
You
Catching
don't think
Freedom just started a little
Imagination's going to
earlier.
run a 111? I mean,
What's
you know,
that?
we could be looking at like sprinting fractions in this race.
I don't think so. I don't think he gets
No.
pressured much.
No, I
What is
think
the
we
screen
got
show right now, guys?
What?
What is the screen show?
The time form thing or whatever this
No,
is?
nobody's got any comment on this, I guess.
No, I didn't see it. I was looking up the PPs.
You were looking at your PP?
Yeah. Gets in the way of a lot of things here.
This is recorded, people.
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't think I agree with that pace projector. I mean, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I just don't. I think the 8's closer.
Well,
I don't think the 6 and 7 are that close.
Really, this pace
Well,
projector,
I think
this
the 4
pace
out of there,
projector
too.
had the 9 getting
Take the
the
4
lead
out of
over
there, put the
4?
5 in there.
Really?
The 5's sitting about where I think he will. 7's about right. I think the 6 are probably. I don't think he's as close up, and I think Catching Freedom actually sits closer than usual. Pratt's smart enough to bring him closer. He's not gonna try to bring him from the back of the pack.
I think the 3 will be between where the 5 and the 8 is. I think the 8's going to be where the 6 is.
I think the 3 will be between the 2 and the 8.
The 8 will be closer too, for sure.
Pratt's probably going to be following somebody in here.
I think that's where the 1 will
he is.
finish for sure. I think the 1 will definitely finish right where they've got it.
Last and stay last.
You know, I think it's. I think it's going. You know, the 9's going to be on the lead, but I think the 5 is going to be right next to him on the rail, and the 7's going to be right next to him on the outside, and the 6 is going to be right behind them.
Yeah, but none of them are going to want to go for the lead.
I think the 5 and the 6, or maybe even the 6 and the 7, maybe the 6 and the 7 are going to hound them the whole way.
Yeah, but the Tory will slow him down and just let him just run right a length behind him, and still have all kinds of horse left in the stretch that loves to fight. I don't see anybody trying to go ahead of him. So the Tory, all he has to do is just slow him down until somebody's smart enough to be like, oh shit, let's push this pace a little more.
Yeah,
exactly what I see. I could guarantee Dettori's going to push this horse from that outside post and goes fast and early and then slow him down.
Yeah, I can see them maybe just shy of 23, and then the half mile winds up like almost 48.
Really? If that's the case, he might be the winner.
Yeah. I just think he slows him down. I don't see anybody who wants to push past him in the backstretch.
It's going to be slow.
They all have the same running style. They all just sit right there and wait to make their move. So if they do that, the Tories freaking puts him to sleep on the backstretch, and he's definitely in the top 3.
Good show bet.
I think they can't let the Tory put them to sleep. You know? If any of those horses are going to have any chance of winning, the 3, the 6, the 7, I think they got to put pressure on the 9.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, if you let the 9 get a loose lead, and we really don't know how good or great yet this horse is going to be, and he gets an easy lead, and he just is out there just doing his thing, and he gets Brave all by himself out there.
Yeah, it happened
But,
the last year exactly like that with National
there's
Treasure.
the possibility that the horse might turn everybody away if that's the case, if they go slow. But I don't think they're going to go slow. I think they're going to go quick. And I think we could be looking at a 110, 111.
I mean, the only way I see that happening is if Seize the Gray is in there just to be a rabbit, just to fuck things up for Baffert and whatever, and
Well, you took
Just
the
Steal
words
is
right
his
out
real
of my
shot.
mouth.
I think Lucas is just in there because he wants to fuck Baffert up. So I think he's just going to tell his dude.
Why did he put a miler in there that he literally just said can't get the distance?
And then we'll see
So
how.
that's the only way I see a fast pace.
Bobby C, don't you think that Lucas is going to send one of his horses after Baffert?
He might send both.
Most likely, it's the one that he's already said that doesn't have a shot for the distance. It's
He's
Seize the
going to
Gray.
use it as a rabbit to try to set it up for Just Steal. Probably.
Yeah, is he fast enough?
I don't necessarily know if it's a rabbit, though. I don't know if it's a rabbit because I think in Lucas's mind, he thinks the horse could maybe. I mean, why else put him out there? He's not fast enough to really be a rabbit. If Muth was still in the race, which you had to expect that he thought that.
And he just ran. Look at the fractions of the Pate Mile. He wasn't that far off of it. He's fast enough.
44 flat. He was right there. I'm thinking maybe the Seize the Gray's in here for.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Ruin
the only
Baffert.
thing.
Yeah, I think he's saying "fuck you, Baffert."
Because if it's not him, then freaking, just like I said, the Tory puts him to sleep, and he's one or two.
This is the mindset I think Lucas has. He's old. He's 91 years old. And I think he's thinking, hey, Just Steal has beaten Mystic Dan before. So why don't I put Seize the Gray in here and ruin the speed of Baffert, who I hate, who I want dead before me. And, and then...
Is that really true? Do they really hate each other?
I don't know. I mean, Baffert learned from Dwayne Lucas, so
they've been a rivalry for a long, long time. I mean, there has been shots taken back and forth between the two.
Baffert has used Dwayne Lucas's style almost to a T, with the fast work right before the last race, and blowing them out real fast, 111s and 57s and all that.
Yeah, but wasn't Baffert his assistant trainer for?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And I also heard that Dwayne Lucas told Baffert to try thoroughbreds because remember Baffert was all about quarter horses.
Right. Yeah. That I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dwayne Lucas is the one.
AT&T this shot.
Said, hey, go to.
Joshua, I was given your name and number by Jacob. I have some cables I need plugged in tonight.
Who's that?
Okay.
Oh, Chuck's at work.
He did give me. Hold on, I'm looking. He did give me something, man. Been one of those evenings.
I just realized it's after midnight here on the East Coast, and I got to work in the morning.
Yeah, it's on a network clock router.
You're not leaving, are you, Bobby?
Yeah.
I got to work in the morning.
Can you give me about midnight. 10 minutes and call me back,
This
Josh?
is your work.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, Bobby. I'm going to miss you. Well, you know you're going to text me tomorrow because you know I'll be at Santa Anita.
Yep. You better get back to me.
Yeah, I'll get back to you tomorrow. No, I will.
Derby weekend, I didn't hear from you till Monday.
You know what? My phone was friggin' on low battery. And,
I'm like, what do you think of this one? I'm like, where the fuck is Gabe?
Yeah, that was a crazy day. Well, I'm going to miss you, Bobby. See, not Bobby Salzano. I never miss him, but
I miss you too. But you pretty much got my thoughts on this race.
Yeah.
3-8-9. I don't see any other way unless freaking, like I said, Seize the Gray is just a fucking the rabbit and runs it as fast as he can and screws up imagination. But if that's the case, then Catching Freedom is even more of a lock. And that's that.
After seeing Catching Freedom is well, all right. Well, you know what? I mean, there's really nothing more to talk about, really. So, I mean, maybe we could end this here. I know a lot of people are tired, and I don't want this to be too long. So why don't we just all, end it here? But we'll all go over. After seeing the video of the workout of Catching Freedom, he's my pick right now. After what I saw, and I've also been looking at Catching Freedom. Horse has never ran a bad race.
He's gotten better every single race.
Look, been there every race. Hey, ran good in the Derby. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean, the horse is solid horse, and he's gonna like this distance. He may not,
he's already won on this
He already
distance.
won
may
at this
not
distance.
be
This is
a, it may
exclusion of
not be
Derby
a mile
distance.
and a quarter horse.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I think this particular distance is gonna be right where he likes to be.
And I trust Pratt to give a tactical ride. And I'm thinking maybe imagination. I don't want to get a clear lead. I'm hoping Dwayne Lucas really does hate Baffert as much as we've been talking. And then Mystic Dan's going to be forwardly placed, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Forward.
I mean, he loves that rail.
A length or two back. But again, if nobody's up there trying to get the lead, then Dettori goes as fast as he wants.
And then I like Tuscan Gold.
It happened last year. Look at the National Treasure. The entire world knew that there was no speed. National Treasure was going to get the lead. Nobody freaking pressed him, and he just walked on the lead the entire time.
Exactly. That could
So
help.
I mean, if it was that obvious there, it's pretty obvious now. Does anybody actually learn from last year and actually press him? That's
National Treasure. What number was it? I think he was the 1 horse last year, wasn't he?
He was the 1 horse, yeah.
Yeah.
And now Imagination's the 9. So it's a little different, but still.
But still, not much speed. He like we said, he runs a quick first quarter, gets the lead, slows him down, and then there's the race. Let's see how much fight you got.
So Bobby C, the Imagination is your top pick.
Before we get off this, though.
It really depends on the race flow. I'm between those three. I don't think I'm going to make a win bet. I think I'm going after tries and supers.
What, like 3, 5, 8, 9, and mix it up?
Yeah. Like my top 3 choices are the 3, 8, 9. And
there you go. Go 3, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9, 3, 8, 9 with all.
Boy, all of us are going to have a lot of 3, 8, 9.
I'd probably throw Mystic Dan into second defensively and third defensively, but I really don't think that's where he is going to. And then the value is with him not showing up there.
And how about you, Chuck? You're all 3, 8, 9, right?
No, I'm out on Imagination. I'm probably going to do kind of like, so I bet smaller than probably some guys. Like I mean, so like I'll do a trifecta where I'll go like 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8 with 2, 7. Getting a price in third. Like I really like Uncle Heavy, and I am not sure on the Lucas angle, but I don't think Seize the Gray can go 2 turns. Just Steele, if he runs the Arkansas Derby race, will probably hit third. And if I can get one of those 3 or 4 that we talked about, 3, 5, 8, and 9 out of the try, it'll pay. So I'm not interested in hitting a try that's goes 5, 3, 8. That's not what I'm chasing. So I'll do like a 3, 5, 8, 3, 5, 8, 2,
what
7.
you could play around with when you're doing your try. So who's the horse you like the most?
Probably 8, probably Tuscan Gold.
Tuscan Gold. So what I would do is, and a lot of people don't play this, but it's going to cost you as much if you wheel. But if you do a try key box, if you key the 8 to come in, and you put like 4 or 5 horses, it's not going to cost you a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do a bet with him at first, and bet him at second, and bet him third.
If the 8 comes in third and Mugatu by whatever wins, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna you're still gonna get that 40 to 1 on top. So at that point, you really don't care if your horse loses because you're gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? So like that's an option too. Because
I've got a $2 future bet on Catching Freedom at 70 to 1. It pays 156. I looked it up.
Wow, that's an outstanding price. Wow, that's crazy.
I didn't even remember it, Bobby. I sent you the thing, and I was like, "Hey, how did I know what this pays? I didn't even know I had a future bet in here. I must have got hammered one night."
So you did find out what the payout was.
Yeah, 156 is the payout with the will pay.
Wow,
$2.
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But
Hey, we gotta talk about one thing. We never talked about what if this is a wet track?
I don't think nobody moves up
If
or
it's a wet
down.
track, I think it favors catching freedom even more.
Yeah, probably does. Mystic
Yeah,
Dan,
but
probably maybe.
I mean, you
if it's
just
a wet
saw
if
him
it's a
work
wet
out
track and
on
a
a
slow
sloppy.
pace,
You just saw him work out on a sloppy track. I mean,
Right.
he was like gliding.
whose imagination by? I know it doesn't really rain when in California. They don't run in the rain. So.
He's into mischief.
In the
Yeah,
mischief's very good in the wet.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Very good.
So if he's got an easy lead and he's bred for the wet, why wouldn't that help him?
It would help him.
Exactly.
It'll help him as long as he just because he's bred for the wet doesn't mean each horse is going to like enjoying being on the wet.
That's just true. For
You know,
sure.
but
The
it
way
gives
I
you a
look
good
at it is, it
indication
seems
that
like
he
they're
might.
all.
It'll
they're
give
all-
you a good indication that the possibility is there that he might like the wet. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a guarantee. You know,
No, but look. The Uncle Heavy won on the mud. Catching Freedom ran very good on the sloppy track. Mystic Dan won by 8 on the mud. Seize the Gray is bred by Arrowgate, which is some of the best mud breeding you could ever have. The 7 is bred by Justify, who we all saw win 2 Triple Crown races in the mud and has ran second on the mud and third. You got Tuscan Gold, bred by Medaglia d'Oro, and Curlin on the mom side.
who
That's the side.
Medaglia d'Oro absolutely loved the mud.
Yeah, and the Curlin on the mom side. Curlin's a mud freak. And then you got Imagination into Mischief. None of these horses, and if you look at all of their Tomlinsons too, 424,
Oh my God, all their
408.
Tomlinsons are out of the roof.
Yeah, so I think even if it's a wet track, I think it's a non-factor, right? I mean, other than
I don't think anybody moves up or moves
know.
down with it.
yeah, exactly. Other than Imagination, maybe getting a trip where he puts mud in the other horse's eyes, but other than that, you know. But we see closers win on the mud all the time. So
Sure.
It's not
Yeah.
If there's a fast pace.
So there we go. All
So
right,
hey, as we're getting off, I wanted to mention
Yeah.
one thing. Hey, Gabe, Bobby Salzano. Hey, let's how about that Carol T?
Oh my God.
Come on, baby. Come on.
I was so pissed. I did, I tossed that horse. I told you. I've been playing that horse for the past
Carol
4
T.
races. I love that horse. And I've been waiting for that horse to break her maiden. And I got so frustrated with her that when I looked at the race, I was like, forget it. I'm not going to play this horse again. She's had 4 chances. I gave this horse 4 chances, and she wins like that. Oh, my God. But I'm so happy for you because that was such a great friggin' ticket. Like, if I was playing a ticket like that, absolutely.
Wait, what am I missing here?
I would have
So
threw her in there.
I sent you my picks, Gabe, last Saturday morning, and I put on the picks. I think it was race 8. I put number 7, great chance at high odds to hit the board. I didn't know if she could win, but I liked her chances to come in.
That was that day
with the
he
3 and
hit
the 4.
that $750 pick 3.
Yeah, 772 on a pick 3 ticket.
That horse was actually picked by the track handicappers in New York, and I still didn't play the goddamn horse.
I was telling him I love that horse. I've been trying to get that horse in the winner's circle for the first 4 races of her life, and I'm like, damn, I got off her. I was like, I'm done. I can't. She's, maybe not today. And I was like, fuck, she wins like that.
I was real high on Antiquarian, and I was real high on Antiquarian, and I was real high on Silver
Didn't
Knot.
I tell you? I told you Antiquarian was a single that I
Yeah.
loved him. I loved him.
Yeah. So I had the Wine Steward and Antiquarian, and then I had Silver Knot, and then I had the 7 coming in at the end of it.
Aqueduct.
What race?
Like race 8, maybe.
Oh yeah, Carol T. Oh yeah, but David Aragona liked that horse.
Yeah. So, but Bobby C, I like the way you've analyzed everything, man. It's been good to hear from you. I got to get off this thing and get to work, guys.
Yeah, me too.
But it's been great. I like a lot of your posts that you've been posting. I appreciate y'all letting me join. Bobby Salzano, love you, brother. I hope you're doing good, and I will touch base with you.
Hold on, don't get off yet. Don't get off. Stay up for another 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Or 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, come on.
Carol T. This horse?
Yep.
teach the people what we liked about this horse.
If you'll look back through her works, when she ran
Oh,
that
yeah.
bullet on May 1st, that was by far the fastest she'd run. And it was just the lead up. Yeah, I went back and watched the replays. The horse was there and it was trying, but there was always something I could pick. And if I remember right, I only looked at the December race and the January race, I think.
But
And
what's the major thing that's standing out right there?
I see it.
She's getting LASIX for the first time.
Yeah, I was just going to say LASIX, and then she worked like that. Oh boy.
Yep. And then it was the first time LASIX. That I wish I had taken a picture of the top of the form, because my buddy sent me. He's like, I want to know how you picked it. And I had a circle over the LASIX, the black LASIX, and then I had a circle over the bullet and put price, because I knew she was going to be like 15 or 20 to 1. So, you know, and the only other horses I liked was the 3 and 4, and they were good but not great. So there was nothing else that I liked there. So I only used 3 horses. I used the 3, the 4, and the 7.
Yeah, and it, and if you look at her body, I mean, the horse usually always shows some kind of speed. Every horse she has some kind, like, first race 4-3. She was wide and she weakened.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
She was close to the lead in the second race, gave way. She dueled in the 3 path with 3 other horses, just weakened. She was wide, didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So, like, giving LASIX to this horse is going to, boost her up, a little bit.
Yep.
Another thing I noticed, she comes
And
out
then
of
she's
race
got
with
early
horses.
speed too, so you knew she was going to be up there.
No, but look at this. She came out of race where look at every race. The horse came back and won. The second horse in the first
she's coming
race.
at she had like
coming
5
out of
next
nothing
out
but key
winners.
races.
Every race was like she had 5 next out winners.
Yeah, look at all those next out winners. Wow, good handicapping, man. Really
Appreciate
good
it.
handicapping. See, that's how you make a difference, is when you come up with a horse like this. This is the horse that, because remember, you're not going to be right a lot, but when you are, you got to make it worth it. This is a good one.
Bobby Seaman, I think, when I posted it on the site, he made sure to point it out. I think it was Bobby C. It might have been somebody else, but I didn't play the next. Like, I was doing roll and pick 3s that day, and I got to this one, and I'd hit 2 before that, actually. One for like 143 and one for like $50. But I didn't do the next one, because when I hit this race, the Silver Knot race, I got excited and I ran in, and because I had a pretty big win bet on Silver Knot, and I went in and was talking with my wife, and I was like, oh, the next race is going off. And I was just used to doing my bets, and I didn't do the next roll and pick 3. And the next pick 3, which would have been Antiquarian, Carol T, and it was like a 2-to-1 shot, paid fucking $1,500.
Oh my god.
For a buck. And I was like, oh my god, I was sick to my stomach.
And you know how much money you would have made if you would have slammed the double, if you would have singled Antiquarium.
Oh, Bob, no.
And then you just played, your 2 or 3 horses that you liked and played it for
like, you have a long shot, man. You got to single that long shot in multis, man.
You got a $14 horse, and then you got a freaking $38 horse. You know how much that double paid?
Oh, but Bobby, I'll tell you what made me even sicker is I did a pick 5, right, that ended with Carol T, and I missed the first leg with the one horse, whatever it was, with the Johnny V. Johnny V was on the one horse. I missed that single. So I usually do create the bet for a pick 4, but I didn't.
Please tell
I
me you didn't have
started
the
to roll
next
pick 3
winners.
What?
Please tell me you didn't have the next 3 winners. After
I had the
missing
next 4 winners.
Well, I know you had the next 4, obviously, but I meant the.
Yeah,
Oh
if I'd hit create bet, that pick 4 paid $2,700 ending with Carol T.
Oh, that's the kind of stuff that now you know why Bobby can't sleep at night.
Yep. $2,700
stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh,
so
God,
no,
that
I
would
didn't do
bother
it.
me,
I
man.
started a roll and pick 3 there.
Oh, that would bother me. Oh God, you seem to have a good attitude, man. Because I'd still be bitter.
Oh nah, man. Nah,
I'd
it's
still
about
be
the
bitter.
game, man. It's about beating the game, dude.
I know. That's good though, man. Damn. Hey, you know what? You put yourself in positions like that often, you come out ahead in the long run, man. That's good.
I will say this, and
that's how you win.
Hey guys, I really gotta go.
I've got better.
All right, man.
Later,
All right,
Bobby.
good night.
Later,
Bye.
Bob. Have a good night, buddy.
You too.
I feel like I've got better at ticket structuring. I would say even up to just as soon as a year ago, I would do bets and hit them and realize like that was pointless. Like I did a $40 pick 3 and it paid $42.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I need to be structuring my bets where when I might lose more bets, but when I hit them, the ROI is just so much better. Kind of like my trifecta that I was talking about for the Preakness.
Yeah, you got to leverage your bets better.
I got to get Uncle Heavy, or I got to get Just Steel. I got to get one of those 8-to-1 or 10-to-1 horses in, or something, for it to really pay. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hit a Imagination, Mystic Dan, you know what I mean? Catching Freedom try, for $50. I mean, I'm trying for something else.
Betting small to win big. That's good. All right. Well, it was nice having everybody around. We're going to end this video. Remember, if you want to watch this, it'll be on YouTube in a couple of hours. It's going to take a long time to process this video. So wait for it, I guess, in the morning, because it's 11 o'clock here. Wait, what time is it over there? It's 9:22 here, so it's midnight over there in the East Coast.
12:22 here.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, watch this again, it'll be available in the morning. It'll take at least 2-3 hours to process this. That's how it works. So you can watch it again. I'll post it. And then, nonetheless, thank you guys very much. Very impressive. And thanks for, I just want to say to Chuck, thank you for mentioning that workout on the 3. Yeah, I've had a lot of winners from workouts. And I think that's something I need to do more. I need to watch workouts because, visually, not every 47 workouts the same. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's why the workout reports, when they're available, are so important, like to read them.
Yeah, I saw a workout
like that.
of
But that's why I love, like, the couple weeks leading up to the Derby, the couple weeks leading, the couple weeks leading up to the Breeders' Cup, when they do, when they broadcast, the morning workouts every day and stuff like that, and you can see how these horses are doing, in the morning. Not all tracks do that,
Exactly.
And TVD doesn't always show the, but I didn't see any shows this week for Pimlico for the morning workouts or anything like that. So
go to
I didn't watch any workouts this week.
Bobby, XBTV's got them all. Well, I don't think a lot of horses are working out because they ran in the Derby but I know a few of them are on XBTV.
What's that?
XBTV, where I showed you the workouts. Just put in XBTV. And they show you a lot of workouts. You'll love it.
Is it free?
Yeah, totally free.
Oh, okay. Like, you don't have to. Was it an app that you have to download or something?
No, it's a website, ExpressBet.
Okay. All right.
But it's XBTV. That's where I showed you all the gallops and workouts and stuff. That's where the website I took them from.
Oh, okay. All right.
They got it all, man. Especially when it's big races.
Or is it just certain tracks?
Well, more so when it's like big races coming up.
Oh, got you. Okay.
But they got a lot of workouts.
Okay.
And I also, just real quick, everybody, you could do this with quarter horses too. Los Alamitos, other tracks, also where you can watch the workouts. I'm telling you, watching workouts is very good. So thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everybody. And we'll do this again for Belmont at least. All right?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you all.
Everybody. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Good night.
Good night. Good luck, everybody.
Good night, everybody. You too.